Come on, man.
Subscribe to LouTube.
What's up, Woozies? Happy Saturday. How about some college football today? The second half of this Texas A&M South Carolina game was unbelievable. 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 Notre Dame up big on Pitt, or beat Pitt big. Let's see. Let's run through it real quick. 1 point lead for Texas A&M with 3 minutes to go. They just turned the ball over down in the red zone. Texas A&M did. So South Carolina's got the ball, just under 3 minutes to go. A field goal would win it, but they're back around their own 5-yard line. They hadn't done shit the entire second half. Let's see what they can do here. 2nd and 6 with 2:40 to go. Urkel rolls out. Has to throw it away. Incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Northwestern is beating Michigan. Shout out Sharon Moore. The Michigan fans can argue with me till they're blue in the face. I don't think Sharon Moore knows what he's doing, and I don't think Bryce Underwear is any good. So that's what it is. So, yeah, whatever. Cincinnati lost to Arizona too. Dang, down bad. Should we put on the end of this Michigan game? What channel is that dog shit on? ABC, or is that the Big Noon Kickoff? Is that the best the Big Ten can do? Michigan and Northwestern? All right, well, we'll watch the end of this one. 4:45 to go. Northwestern 22, Michigan 21. Michigan's got the ball. 4th and 1. Why are they going for it? Why is Michigan going for it? Michigan's got the ball on the Northwestern 23, down 1, and they're going for it. And they fumbled. What the actual fuck? What are these coaches doing? What are these? Michigan is down 1 point with 4 minutes to go. They're on the Northwestern 20. It's 4th and 1. Kick the fucking field goal. Any Michigan fans still want to defend Sharon Moore? Do any Michigan fans still want to defend Sharon Moore? What the fuck? Michigan is a defensive team with no offense at all. Kick the field goal, take the lead, and put your best unit, your defense, on the field to win the game. What are you doing? What in the actual fuck? Well, we didn't have to wait long today to figure out who the analytics clown of the week will be tomorrow on the Your Season Is Over video. I cannot believe what I just saw. They're literally on the Michigan 24-yard line. Kick the fucking field goal and win the game. What are you doing? South Carolina with a big catch down the field for a first down. Player down for Carolina, hurt though. over on the A&M sideline. What in the fuck is Sharon Moore doing? I got to tweet something about that. How do you, where's the Michigan man at? How do you defend that? How in the world can you defend that? How in the world can you? I demand to see a Michigan man in the comment section right now. Kicker was 0. Who gives a fuck? The kicker was 0-2. Are you defending Sharon Moore? You're dumber than he is. They definitely deserve to lose this game now. Holy shit. That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. God almighty, you can't kick a fucking 38-yard field goal. Notre Dame looked good. Made me some money too. I had Notre Dame minus the points, so we got paid on that one. Oh, we got to put this bet in for y'all. Let me close the poll out. Let's see. 68% of you say take under 48.5. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Iowa, Southern Cal, under 48.5. All right, Iowa, Southern Cal, under 48.5. That's the bet. That's the comment section bet today. This is, I cannot believe what I just saw Sharon Moore do. What a fucking moron. What a fucking moron. Holy shit. You've got no offense at all. Your defense is the only reason you ever win a game. You've got a chance to take the lead with 4 minutes to go and put your defense on the field, and you go for it on 4th and 1. And what a fucking shock. Bryce Underwear, who hasn't got any better from day one of the year to now, fumbles the goddamn ball. What a shock that was. Holy shit. $37-9. Notre Dame's about to beat Pitt. There's 30 seconds left in the game. We'll be watching Oklahoma and Bama, Iowa and Southern Cal. And then it's up to y'all what we watch for the third game. We can do NC State, Miami, or we can do Virginia and Duke. And I can't believe this South Carolina game either. Did y'all watch it? South Carolina was up 30-3. 30-3. Let Texas A&M come all the way back, man. What in the world is going on today? What is going on? I don't know what's going on, man. Lost to Aggie. Thank you for joining the channel, sir. Jackpot's going to be down bad. He already broke his TV today. He broke his TV an hour ago. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Texas A&M is pulling off of Georgia. Yeah, massive fucking comeback. Massive second half comeback for Texas A&M. South Carolina hadn't scored. They were down 30-3 at halftime, Texas A&M. Oh no, you had to do yard work while you were listening? Yeah, there's nothing worse than getting mad while you're doing yard work. Hi, Uncle Lewis. Nicholas from the Michigan bet. Oh, you talking about the rigged wheel? Oh, yeah, you had Michigan minus 10. Yeah, that's not going to work out. That one's not going to hit. Thomas Wilson, thank you for the super chat, buddy. South Carolina shit the bed worse than Amber Heard. Oh. Some people probably don't know who that is, but that's Johnny Depp's ex-girlfriend or whatever, and Johnny Depp said that she shit on his bed. She shit. Well, you got it. And it wasn't like an accident. She got mad at Johnny Depp, crawled up on his bed, squatted down, and took a shit on it. And then she tried to blame it on the dog. Johnny Depp's on the witness stand. This was a court trial. Johnny Depp's on the witness stand talking about, I've seen a lot of dog shit in my life, Your Honor. That was not dog shit. That was human shit. Yeah, Sharon Moore's clown level just went through the roof with that decision not to kick that field goal there. Holy shit. That was bad. All right, South Carolina looking at a 3rd and 12 with 1:54 to go. They're down 1. Nicholas Harbor not even in the game, so chances of converting this are slim and slimmer. Shotgun for Urkel. They're on their own 29. Back to throw. Steps up. Wants to run. Nowhere to go. He's going to be sacked back at the 25. It's going to be 4th and oblivion now for South Carolina. Nowhere to go with the ball. Held on to it too long. Got sacked from behind. Go Dogs, like Lou said, to hell with Texas and Matthew McConaughey. Yeah, fuck Matthew McConaughey. It's no coincidence they picked a Texas fan to play an AIDS patient in that Dallas Buyers Club movie. All right, 4th and 1,000,000 for South Carolina. Urkel takes off running, but he's not going to get nearly enough. Turnover on downs, and A&M is going to pull off one of the wildest upsets I've ever seen. And they're going to stay undefeated on the season. What an unbelievable comeback for Texas A&M. You might even call it weird. Yeah, if there's one word I could think of to describe Texas A&M's comeback, it would be weird, which of course is the same word used to describe almost everything about Texas A&M. Fucking weird. Pitt scores a touchdown on the last play of the game just to make themselves feel better. Just goes to show no matter how hot she is, some guy is tired of her shit. Literally, in that case. Biggs Mike says, I'm turning myself into ice. Dang. Down bad, huh? You still got 1:55 to go. Let's see, we can pay attention to that one now. Is that a catch on the sideline? If he holds on to that ball, it's a catch because his feet are definitely in. That looks like a catch to me by that Michigan man. They're reviewing it, but it looks like a catch to me in the Michigan game. Oklahoma and Alabama coming on next here in the middle. We got the end of the Michigan Northwestern game over here. A&M taking a knee. They're going to beat South Carolina 31-30. South Carolina was up 30-3 in that game. And A&M scored 28 straight points in the second half and gets the win 31-30. Shane Beamer is in a bad fucking way. Golly. I'm down bad. South Carolina has robbed my soul and my happiness. I can't do this much longer. That's a brutal way to lose there. I mean, if you just losing the game to A&M, I think most people expected that. But to have a 30-3 lead at halftime and then just not do anything in the second half and lose the game is unbelievable. Unbelievable. All Texas A&M's got left now is that game at Texas at the end of the year. Michigan 2nd and 7, pass complete out in the flat. Short gain, though, only a yard or two. Michigan got a player injured. He's going to have to hobble off the field here. A minute 14 to go in the game. Michigan's down 1, 22-21. They had the ball 4th and 1 on the Northwestern 24-yard line about 2 or 3 minutes ago. And instead of kicking the field goal, they went for it and fumbled because they're retarded. Sharon Moore doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Stupid call on 2nd and 1. How do you not run, says Sharkzilla. You talking about the South Carolina game? I'll tell you what's funny. I made that halftime video and I made a couple of tweets about the halftime score of the Texas A&M South Carolina game. Just like clockwork, all the mouth breathers showed up with the, this is rigged. Texas A&M is purposely losing because they don't want to play in the SEC championship game because they know they're in the playoffs. This is all rigged. I don't know what happened there to those people. I don't know if they went back and deleted their idiotic comments or what. You know, people who think that a team would purposely lose a game have probably never competed at anything in their life. But the idea that a team would go out and purposely lose is absolutely retarded. There's Georgia fans that still think Georgia purposely lost the SEC championship game in 2021. They're retarded too. They're retarded too. That was Newt Root for Juke Poot. Yeah, he broke his TV. Jackpot did. He went on a wild one. Thank you, Breaking Parallels and Sharkzilla, for the super chats. What are we thinking about this Alabama-Oklahoma game? I think Bama probably wins. I think it'll probably be low scoring. Bama by 3. Who's more disappointing, South Carolina or Clemson? Clemson, I think. Clemson was in the top 5, and they were some people's national title pick. But they were a top 5 team in the preseason. Oklahoma 27, Bama 17. All right. Got somebody predicting the upset here. Underway at the Dolphins Stadium, Miami versus NC State just got started. I did bet Miami in that one. I did take Miami in that one. Here's the bets I have so you can screenshot it so you don't have to ask me a million times. There you go. If Ohio State loses to this Michigan team without their top 2 running backs, Ohio State should fold their program. Probably, yeah. Thank you, Nicholas. Father Shuey, what's up, buddy? Ryan Day, quote, the key to beating this Michigan team will be Bo Jackson up the middle. Yeah, they tried that last year, not with Bo Jackson, but they tried that game plan last year. It didn't work. So I expect some aerial fireworks for Ohio State in their game against Michigan this year. What's up, Shane? I thought Underwear was the best freshman ever. Underwear has not gotten a bit better from the beginning of the season till now. Not one single bit. Michigan does have the ball, though, with 40 seconds to go. 43 seconds to go. They're down a point. A field goal would win it. They had a chance to kick a field goal from the 20-yard line about 4 minutes ago, and instead they went for it on fourth down and didn't get it. But now they've got the ball back and they're driving. It's going to be 1st and 10 with 42 seconds to go. Michigan's got one timeout left. Northwestern's got one timeout left. They are on the Northwestern 18-yard line. Bryce Underwear in a shotgun. Snap. Handoff. Has a hole. Picks up about 6 yards off left tackle down to around the 12 or 13-yard line. Second down coming up. Nobody calling a timeout. 32 seconds. 31, 30. Clock ticking. Clock ticking. They just completed the coin toss in the Alabama-Oklahoma game, so we'll be getting started there in just a second. Miami and NC State just underway. NC State got the ball to start the game. They're looking at a 3rd and 8 from their own 43-yard line. No score, 13:50 to go in the first quarter. And Michigan's going to call a timeout with 2 seconds left and attempt a game-winning field goal. They're down 21-22 with 2 seconds to go. Retro, what's up, buddy? I'm a Michigan State win over Penn State away from turning $5 into $1,000. I'm sweating bullets. Do you have an early payout option? Why don't you just cash it out and take your winnings? The game versus Michigan is on J.J. Smith's birthday. Winning is a must for that reason alone. Well, yeah, I mean, I think normally that would be pretty pointless. But in Ohio State's case, they need any type of fucking extra motivation they can get in that Michigan game. So maybe that'll work. Jackpot is currently wrestling his TV. Yeah, I saw him break it about an hour ago. NC State has to punt the ball away on 4th and 6. Miami will fair catch it at the 9. 1st and 10, Miami on their own 9. It'll be their first possession of the game. Yeah, Jackpot broke that TV. I sent him a $100 super chat to help him buy a new one. Northwestern has called a timeout to try to ice the Michigan kicker, which I don't know if you need to do that. He's been doing a pretty good job of icing himself. He's missed a couple of field goals in this game already. Alabama will be kicking off first to start their game at home against Oklahoma, so OU will have the ball first. I'm interested to see what type of offense Oklahoma could try to come up with here. Into the end zone, they're going to return it out to the 10. The 15. I'm sorry, Bama has the ball first. I think I said Oklahoma was getting the ball first. Bama has the ball first, not Oklahoma. So we'll get a look at Ty Simpson in the Alabama offense here. Of course, they can't run the ball to save their life, Alabama, because they're soft. But Ty Simpson is one of the best quarterbacks in the country, and they got a couple of really good wide receivers. So we'll see what they can do. Oklahoma, a really good pass rush, though. So a good matchup here with Alabama's passing game and that front 7 and the pass rush for Oklahoma. We'll see how it goes. The field goal is up for Michigan, and by some miracle, they made it. And Michigan comes from behind to defeat Northwestern 24-22. Michigan improves to 8-2. Ty Simpson throws incomplete through the hands of the tight end. Incomplete, a laser beam. The tight end really just couldn't get his hands up in time. Incomplete pass on first down. Ty Simpson got rid of that ball quick. That's probably the game plan against this Oklahoma front 4. 2nd and 10 now for the Gumps. They're on their own 20. First possession of the game. Motion. Simpson in a shotgun. That's Jeremy Bernard in motion. Alabama's going to hand the ball off. And they gain about 3 yards, which is pretty good for them because they fucking suck at running the ball. They're terrible. Jackpot just leg dropped his TV shirtless, says Kyle. I'll have to go back and watch that later. Empty backfield now on 3rd and 7. Ty Simpson back to throw. All day, under pressure and tackled from behind, just behind the line of scrimmage. First sack of the day comes on the very first possession, and Bama's going to go 3 and out to start the game here. And they're going to have to punt it away to Oklahoma. Penn State is awful. I'm not cashing out. Have you ever seen Michigan State play? I literally cannot believe South Carolina let them come back. I know, unbelievable. 30-3, South Carolina was winning at halftime. For those of you that didn't watch, South Carolina was beating Texas A&M 30-3 at halftime. Didn't score a single point in the second half and lost 31-30. Bama gets the punt away after going 3 and out on the first possession of the game. Oklahoma fields the punt, returned out across the 35. Got a lot of room midfield, 45, 40, 35, all the way down to the 31-yard line. Huge punt return there for Oklahoma, and I don't see any flags. Oklahoma's going to be set up in great field position here to start the game, or their first possession of the game after Bama went 3 and out. Nice punt return from the Sooners there. Lou, nice to give Jackpot $100 for the TV. Yeah. Yeah. Jackpot down bad. Yeah. That's a brutal loss. I mean, I know it's fun to watch people crash out like that. Lord knows I've done it enough times. But that's a brutal fucking loss. Absolutely brutal. I mean, he didn't expect that to win that game before it started. But when you have a 30-3 lead at halftime and you got to watch that happen in the second half, that is absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. Looks like a 3rd and 6 for Miami here. They're on their own 42. Oklahoma all the way down to the Alabama 12-yard line. They're going to hand it off, trying to get to the outside. Puts his head down, not a lot of room. Might have gained 3 yards inside the 10 to the 9. First down catch from Miami. They're on the NC State side of the field now on their first possession. All the way down inside the 20 to the 18 for Miami. Oklahoma now on the Alabama 9-yard line, trying to take the lead here early on the road against Bama. Back to throw. Mateer caught on a slant. Only gained about a yard, maybe 2, down to around the 7. Michigan had 5 turnovers and 2 missed field goals. Just happy they somehow won. Sharon Moore is an idiot, and Bryce Underwood is not very good, but it is good to beat Northwestern as opposed to losing to them. Go Dogs from North Augusta, says James Gordon. What's up, James? My brother lives over there. I won't hold that against you, though. Thank y'all for the super chats. Rudy wins big bowls. Thank you for that super chat. I'll read that in just a second. Let me watch this play here from Oklahoma. Into the end zone, incomplete. Can anybody explain to me why I'm watching this game on ABC and they're not showing me the down and distance? Can anybody explain that? Why are they not showing the down and distance on this Oklahoma-Alabama game? What kind of shenanigans are they trying to pull here? I'm assuming it's 4th down because Oklahoma's lined up to kick a short field goal. Rudy says, Notre Dame hate aside, Narduzzi called a timeout with 5 seconds left and got a touchdown. It's beyond Bush League. I agree. I saw that. A touchdown to make themselves feel better at the end. After he said all week that he didn't care if they lost the game by 100. Well, obviously he did care. Because like you said, he called a timeout with 5 seconds to go to score a garbage touchdown at the end. The Oklahoma field goal is good. That makes it 3-0. I don't know why they're not showing the down and distance on this Oklahoma-Alabama game. Something's wrong. I don't know what the fuck kind of nickel and dime shit they got running over there at ABC. They got the score, and then they've got the time clock and the play clock, but they're not showing the down and distance on TV, so I don't know what the fuck they're trying to pull with that dumb shit there. We're about to see Jackpot's villain arc. This is the origin story on how he becomes Dr. Doom. Thank you, dog fam. Buckeye Man says, I would slap my grandma if it meant beating Michigan. Golly, is that serious, huh? Your grandma? I don't know, man. I don't think you can slap grandma. What about grandpa? Maybe grandpa deserves it a little? I don't know about grandma, though. What's up, Bassin Forte? Got a commercial on all 3 games right now. What happened? I just saw the final 31-30. Yeah, South Carolina was winning 30-3 at halftime. A&M scored 3 touchdowns in the 3rd quarter and another touchdown in the 4th quarter and won the game 31-30. You sure the ABC game is not a Skynet broadcast? No, because it's got most of the stuff on there, just not the down and distance. Anybody else watching that game that sees what I'm talking about? I mean, I'll check, but... No, it's ABC. Yeah, it's just something wrong with ABC. Iowa offense done a 180. I don't know. Let's put it on and see. Are they winning already or something? Let's see. Where's that game at? What channel is that game on? Why is Iowa and Southern Cal on the Big Ten Network? I mean, that should be on a better channel. I mean, that's a ranked matchup. That's a ranked game. I didn't realize Texas A&M has only played the bottom half of the SEC standings. Best win is against 9th seed Missouri. Yeah, they've played 8 of the bottom 9 teams in the SEC. Or 7 of the bottom 8 or something like that. But they did beat Notre Dame. And I thought the SEC was amazing top to bottom. Is that no longer the case when it comes to Texas A&M? Oklahoma kicks it off, a 3-0 lead on the road at Bama. Bama had the ball first, went 3 and out. Oklahoma, great punt return down to the Bama 35. Got it down inside the 10, drive stalled, and they kicked a field goal. That's where we're at in that one. Similar thing with Miami. NC State got the ball, punted. Miami's now got it down in field goal range. Drive stalls out. Field goal attempt is up and good. And Miami has taken a 3-0 lead at home over NC State. I say at home. Miami doesn't really have a home stadium. They lease out the Dolphins Stadium. But they're technically the home team. Miami 3, NC State 0. Southern Cal and Iowa on over here on this one. Ty Simpson back to throw under pressure again and sacked again. That's 2 sacks already for this Oklahoma defense. I think that's more than Georgia's had all year. Will Elko and Kirby Smart have time dates? I tried to read that twice, buddy, and it's like hieroglyphics. It just doesn't make any sense. Try retyping it in English. Iowa up 7-0 early on the road at Southern Cal, and they've got the ball back on the Southern Cal side of the field. The USC 46 play action pass for Gronkowski or whatever the fuck his name is. Throws up a moon ball. Should have been intercepted. Falls incomplete. Aren't you glad YouTube got the Disney channels back? Yeah, that ESPN app is garbage, y'all. I'm telling you, it's the worst streaming app I've ever used. So I was glad YouTube TV and Disney got that shit worked out. 3rd and 18 for Bama. Simpson back to throw. Good protection this time. Goes deep. Incomplete pass on 3rd and 18. It's going to be 4th and 18, and Bama, their 2nd straight 3 and out. Kalen DeBoer is about to cry on the sideline. He's looking for a red eye back to the West Coast if he loses this game. You see the Texas A&M officer? Yeah, I saw that in the tunnel when he scored that touchdown. I did see that. Cops always think they need to do more than they have to. Don't even get me started on that. Jackpot is a super legend. Yes, he is. Scores are not updated. There's nothing I can do about it. The ESPN app is broken. The ESPN app is broken. See? There's nothing I can do about the scores. The ESPN app is broken. I guess that's the... Whatever problem is affecting the scoreboard on the game must also be affecting their website, because it won't update on their website. I'm refreshing it, and it keeps kicking back. See, it shows the updated scores for a second, see? But then it flips back to the unupdated scores, so there's nothing I can do about the scoreboard. They are showing the down and distance in the Oklahoma-Alabama game now, at least, so they fixed part of the problem. Oklahoma on 3rd and 2 is going to keep it on the ground, and it is close. I think he got it. Yep, 1st down Oklahoma on the Bama, or on their own 47. Big Ten plays a weak schedule. Well, some Big Ten teams do. Wisconsin has one of the toughest schedules in the country. Oh, just like there's some SEC schools that play a weak schedule and some that play a tough schedule. Bama is about to lose this game. Yeah, Oklahoma scored first, so therefore they're winning 100-0. Bama ain't got no chance. Every game I've ever streamed, that's the case. Whoever scores first is winning 100-0 and game over. They might as well not even play the rest of the game. Miami's still up 3-0 over NC State. NC State with the ball on their own side of the field. Oregon has a tough schedule this year. Where is South Carolina, man? They're all over the place. They're mostly in the corner crying, though. Toss sweep for Oklahoma. Picks up about 4 or 5 yards. There's a flag down, though. Feels like some type of holding or something. Let's see. You see that a lot on those outside runs. They'll catch a wide receiver holding on the perimeter or something. Let's see what the call is. Personal foul. Blindside block on Oklahoma. That's going to back them way up. That's going to back them way up. Can you scroll the scores down to show Bama OU? No. The ESPN scoreboard is broken. The trooper who bumped those players was sent home. Is that true? If so, good. He should be sent to the unemployment line. He was probably bullied in high school like the rest of them. Well, you know, I'll show them. I'll become a police officer and hand out speeding tickets for going 3 miles an hour over the limit. Southern Cal with the ball down, a touchdown, 7-0 early in this one. 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. Iowa 7, Southern Cal 0. Oklahoma 3, Bama 0. Second and 24 for Oklahoma goes nowhere. It's going to be third and oblivion now for Oklahoma. And Miami up 3-0 over NC State. I'll check the ESPN app every few minutes to see if it's fixed. It's still not fixed. Give me NC State over Miami. Well, you would have had to bet that 30 minutes ago before the game started. I took Miami in that one. Before the game started. On 3rd and 23, Oklahoma throws a hitch pass out in the flat. Only picks up about 5 yards, and they're going to have to punt it away here on 4th and long. NC State also punting it away. Punter standing on his own 10-yard line gets the punt away. Miami fields the punt at the 30, out of bounds at the 33, 34-yard line. Big Ten teams would love to be able to schedule Furman or Tennessee Tech as their 4th non-con game. Talk about easy, says Arch Cheeks Manning. The Trooper was sent to Epstein Island. Yeah, instead of Furman and Tennessee Tech, they get to play Northwestern or Wisconsin or UCLA or Rutgers or Michigan State or Illinois. But there are 3 or 4 good teams in the Big Ten, though. With how good Indiana is, Wisconsin's schedule somehow looks harder now than it did in the preseason. Wisconsin's schedule is ridiculous. I mean, they're not any good, regardless, but their schedule is brutal. Ohio State's going to kill Michigan. Probably, but the problem is they're probably going to kill them every year. And then they lose. Southern Cal sacked on 1st down. Going to make it 2nd and long now. They're still down 7-0 at home against Iowa. How about Jackpot? He broke his TV. He broke his damn TV. Jackpot, man, I feel bad for him. That's a brutal loss. Liu Tang. Yeah, the Liu Tang clan ain't nothing to fuck with. You already know. 2nd and 17 for Southern Cal. That Gilligan's Island quarterback is in a shotgun. Snap, back to throw. Caught, but short. Out of bounds around the 34. Gain of about 6. It's going to be 3rd and 11 now for Southern Cal. USC homers making fun of Oregon for going toe-to-toe with Iowa. Awfully silent now, LOL. Notre Dame will make the playoffs. Georgia won't. You think Georgia's losing 2 of their next 3 games? God damn. You've been dumb for a while, but that's a concerning comment there. Tough losses for South Carolina and Northwestern. Good win for Navy, but a great day for college football. Yeah, Navy beat South Florida. Thank you, Mewtwo. I see Uncle Lou's TV repair has paid Jackpot a visit. Yeah. Got to get him situated over there with a new TV, so I sent him $100. 4th and 1, Southern Cal leaves their offense on the field. They're on their own 45-yard line. They need 1 yard. Gilligan's Island's in a shotgun. Moving players around. Now he's under center. Are they just going to try to draw him off sides? Let's see. Nope, they're going to run a play. Handoff. Didn't get it. Tackled at the line of scrimmage, turnover on down. Iowa's going to have the ball at the Southern Cal 45, up 7-0 on the road at Southern Cal. My sister just made this chicken stew that is absolutely off the chain. The lady made chicken and rice soup yesterday. It was good. Or yesterday or the day before. I think it was the day before. Chicken and rice soup. If they put Notre Dame in, I hope they get Indiana in the first round. LOL. That was last year's first round game, if I remember right. Indiana at Notre Dame. Miami with the ball in a 3-point lead. They're near the NC State 40. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter of that one. Bama with the ball for the third time. They went 2 and out, or 3 and out the first 2 times they had the ball. Not this time, though. Pass complete to Jeremy Bernard across the 35 to the 37. Bama's first down of the game comes with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. They trail Oklahoma 3-0 early in this one. Good throw there from Ty Simpson. 4 wide. Simpson in a shotgun on 1st and 10 with 5:40 to go in the first quarter. 4 wide receivers. Daniel Hill's the running back. Snap, back to throw. Underneath, caught by the running back, Hill. Across the 40 to the 45, it's going to be 2nd and 2. Boston College just scored. Thank you, Nate. Oklahoma defense is good, like top 7 in the country. Good. Yeah, Oklahoma, especially their front 7, is really good. 3rd and 1 for Bama. Trick play, direct snap to the running back, and they're going to pick up the first down, gain of 3. Ty Simpson started walking off like he was talking to the sideline, and then they snapped the ball to the running back, direct snap, and they picked up the first down. Bama breaking out the trick plays early in this one. All right, let's see if the ESPN's scoreboard is fixed yet. No, still not fixed. So something's wrong with the ESPN site, so that's why the scoreboard. That's why the scoreboard over there is not updated. It's nothing I can do about it. The ESPN site is not working. Ty Simpson back to throw. All day in the pocket this time. Finds Jeremy Bernard again for another first down. Gain of about 14 that time. Couple of big pass plays. Miami just fumbled the ball. And NC State recovered, but there are flags down. Are they going to call NC State for targeting there? Ty Simpson in a shotgun. 1st and 10 on the Oklahoma 37. They're down 3-0 early in this one. 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Southern Cal's got a player down, so timeout in that one. Ty Simpson's in a shotgun now on 1st and 10. 3 wide to the bottom of the screen. Snap. Handoff to Daniel Hill. Makes the first guy miss. Drags a defender forward. Gain of about 6 or 7 yards. Jackpot needs Josh Pate to pat him on his bald head. Yeah, I feel, man, that's a brutal loss. That is a brutal way to lose a game. Brutal. Brutal. Second and 3 for Bama. Simpson shotgun. Oklahoma looks like they want a blitz. Let's see if they back out of it now. Snap. Back to throw. Simpson steps up, gets rid of it. Out in the flat. Caught and then fumbled. And goes out of bounds. Boy, Alabama dodged a bullet there. Alabama dodged a real bullet there. Oklahoma probably should have just jumped on that ball instead of trying to pick it up. Look right here. Just fall on it, man. Don't try to pick it up, man. You play defense for a reason, dummy. Just fall on the ball. Could have been a turnover. Blew it, bud. Iowa with the ball. 2nd and 6 on the Southern Cal 41. They keep it on the ground, and they're going to pick up a first down inside the 35 to the 34. 1st and 10, Iowa. They're up 7-0 over Southern Cal. Bama's going to be looking at a 3rd and 3, but they're going to review this play to see if it was a completed catch and then a fumble or an incomplete pass. NC State has the ball back, down 3-0 against Miami. They're at midfield. They're going to hand it off here on 1st and 10, but nowhere to go. He's dropped behind the line for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 coming up for NC State. OU is pressuring Ty Simpson. OU pressures everybody. They have a legit front four, maybe the best front four in football when it comes to getting to the quarterback. Nico not going to play. He's out with a concussion, is what I heard this morning. Autistic Man-Child says, I picked Miami to lose. I picked Miami to win. So I need them to win. Let me try to pick this up and fall on my head instead of falling on it. Oklahoma player, yeah. Miami with an interception. Could be a pick six. 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown Miami, a pick six. About a 60-yard return on that interception is going to give Miami a 10-0 lead against NC State. Sorry for your trouble, autistic man-child man, but it doesn't look like things are going your way. Josh Heupel will score 80 on New Mexico to make a statement. Oh, yeah, Tennessee, teams that can't win anything, like Florida State and Tennessee, they love beating those bad teams by like 70 or 80. It makes them feel better, like you said. They love doing that. Tennessee does it every year. Iowa with a rare forward pass, incomplete, but it's going to get Southern Cal for pass interference here. That's going to give Iowa an automatic first down in the red zone. Josh Heupel will likely gain 80 pounds during the game. God dang. What's for dinner, Lou? We're doing sausage and shrimp jambalaya. Tennessee's uniforms today designed by a 5th grade art class. I believe it. They're with the uniform gimmick almost every week. 1st and 10, Iowa on the Southern Cal 14. Quarterback wants to keep this one. Dances in the hole. Puts his head down. Gets to the 10-yard line. Gain of about 3. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Iowa 7, Southern Cal 0. Miami set to kick off after that pick six gave them a 10-0 lead over NC State. I'd love to see more teams run the old school double slot, triple option offense. It is still pretty effective today. There's a reason offenses quit running the option. There's a reason. Is Notre Dame really going to get in over Miami? It looks that way. I think it's ridiculous. I don't think either team should be in the top 12, but it's completely ridiculous to me that two teams can have the same record this far into the season. One team beat the other, and you've got the team that won the game ranked lower than the team that lost the game. It just makes no sense to me. So they either need to move Miami up to 8 or whatever, one spot ahead of Notre Dame, or they need to drop Notre Dame down to where Miami is. Uh-oh, Oklahoma could score 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Wow, that happened quick. A pick six. Oklahoma's going to take a 10-0 lead on the road in Gumpville. Holy shit. Alert the authorities. Where are all the Alabama fans? They're in the kitchen slapping their wife. They'll be back in a minute. Oh, what's up, bad dog? Y'all get you another win over Bama, man? Hey, are y'all getting Lane Kiffin too? Bad Dog's a New York Giants fan. Every team in the country with a pro and college. Every team in the country, pro and college, with a coaching opening is getting Lane Kiffin. It's weird. Ty Simpson with the minimal effort possible to make the tackle after that interception. I don't. Dang. Oklahoma is to Bama what Bama is to UGA. We'll see. Still a lot of time left, but it's not looked good for Bama so far. That's for sure. Do you think Beamer's getting canned? I don't know. I think South Carolina would be stupid to fire him. But I don't know if they will or not. Bama returns the kick across the 20. Tackled up at the 28 or 29 yard line. 1st and 10 Bama. They're now down 10-0 at home against the Little House on the Prairie. All right, let's see if Bama can get something going here. Ty Simpson in a shotgun, 3 wide to the top. Motion. Snap, back to throw. Under pressure. Sets up a screen, but Oklahoma reads it pretty good. Gain of about 3, maybe 4. 2nd down coming up now for Bama. Miami with the ball back at a 10-point lead. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. They're on their own 37, 1st and 10. They're going to hand it off right up the middle. Gain of a couple, that's it. 2nd and 7 now for Bama on their own 31. Simpson back to throw. Steps up, over the middle, caught. Jeremy Bernard again. He fumbled, but I'm pretty sure he was down. Yeah, referee right away says he was down. Iowa on the 2-yard line. Quarterback draw. Boy, that's close. It's close. They're going to have to unpile the bodies. Referee says he's short. 2nd quarter just underway. Iowa 7, Southern Cal 0, but Iowa now on the 1-yard line. About to score again. Little House on the Prairie was diabolical. Yeah, Oklahoma with their stupid fucking covered wagon and shit that tips over at midfield and during every pregame. Little House on the Prairie routine. A handoff for Alabama on 1st and 10, and no surprise, but it doesn't go anywhere. I don't know if you know this or not, but Alabama can't run the ball. They're way too soft. Hey, Lou, you make Saturday even better, buddy. Thanks again for what you do. I appreciate that, Pickle. Y'all make it better for me, man. I love hanging out with y'all and watching these games. I look forward to these Saturdays all week long. I feel like uploading videos during the week is something I just do to pass the time until it's time to watch the games on Saturday. But I have a good time with these streams. Is Michigan the worst 8-2 team? They might be. Oh, maybe. Missouri has held that title for the last 2 years in a row. But it might be Michigan this year, yeah. I'd have to pull up a list of teams and go through them, but it's possible. Lou, how is the Pay Lou movement going so far today? I lost some on the noon games, but I'm still up for the week. $500. I'm up $500 for the week, but I lost about $100 total during the noon games. I hit a couple of bets and lost a couple of bets, but overall during the noon games, I lost about 100. I was at around 600 and now I'm at 500. So we need to hit some of these 330 games. I've got Miami minus 15, I think it is. I've got the under in the Alabama-Oklahoma game. Is that right? Yeah. I've got under 23 points in the first half for Oklahoma and Bama. So that pick six didn't help me none. I've got under 48.5 points in the Iowa Southern Cal game. I've got Duke minus 4.5. And because the scoreboards are broken, I can't even check that damn score. Oh, wait a minute. Did they fix it finally? Oh, they fixed it finally. They fixed the scoreboard finally. Or did they? Not really. It still says that it's 3-0 Oklahoma. We all know it's 10-0. Duke is losing to Virginia, according to the scoreboard. I don't know if that's accurate or not, though. The ESPN scoreboard has been messing up all day today. Like, I know Oklahoma's winning 10-0, not 3-0. So I don't know if it's just behind today or I don't know what's going on. Like, Iowa's up 14-0. The scoreboard says 7-0. So I don't know. The scoreboard says there's 4:59 to go in the first quarter. I'm watching the game. There's 14-12 to go in the second quarter. So can't even really check the scores, not because the ESPN app's all fucked up. Let me see if I can find a different one that's not fucked up. How about Yahoo? Yahoo. All right, NCAA scores. All right. Yeah, Virginia 7, Duke 0. Georgia Tech 14, Boston College 7. Georgia Tech's back in the red zone. Texas Tech's up 21-0 already. I think I have a bet. I bet Texas Tech every week. I've got Texas Tech minus 24. Anyway, but the ESPN, these scores are wrong. Most of them. Something's wrong with the ESPN website. It's not updating right. So, Oklahoma's up 10-0. The scoreboard is wrong over there. Pass complete behind the line of scrimmage for Bama to Jeremy Bernard. Needed 8. Gains 8. Close to the first down. Probably got it. This has been the Jeremy Bernard show for Alabama so far. They've really done nothing. Nobody has really done anything outside of Jeremy Bernard today. 1st and 10, Bama. They are on the OU side of the field at the 48. 4 wide this time. Simpson in a shotgun. They're down 10-0 at home against Oklahoma. Second quarter just underway. The scoreboard over there is wrong if you're looking at it. The ESPN app is messed up. It's not updating. So I'll just do my best to call out the scores as often as I can. Ty Simpson keeps that time. Stumbles forward close to another first down. Got around the corner and there was nobody out there. 14 minutes to go now in the second quarter. Oklahoma 10, Bama 0. Bamers are lose with the ball. Bamers are lose with the ball. Dang. I don't know if that's true or not because I don't know what it means. 2nd and 1 for Bama on the OU 38. Snap, back to throw, pump fake, now throws, incomplete, intended for Jeremy Bernard. Tried to hit him on a back shoulder. It's going to be 3rd and 1 now for Bama. Does Ohio State need UCLA to go up 14 for a Heisman moment for saying, I'm trolling, but I hope you're having a great day, Lou, and go Bucks. Handoff on 3rd and 1. Bama gains 2. First down, Bama. I don't think you have to worry about UCLA beating Ohio State, Nick. I don't think you have to worry about that. $12:50 to go. Bama with the ball down 10. They're on the Oklahoma 36. Simpson under center this time on 1st and 10. Snap. Trips. Stays on his feet. Throws wide open. Caught. 20. 15. Out of bounds at the 11. Busted coverage by Oklahoma that time. Simpson tripped coming out from under center, but was able to keep his feet and hit a wide open tight end about 20 yards downfield. I mean, there was nobody near him. They just forgot to cover him. Look at that. Busted coverage, I'm assuming, by that number 7 there. 1st and 10, Bama now at the Oklahoma 11. Oklahoma 10, Bama 0. 12 minutes to go in the second quarter. Simpson in the pocket. Throws over the middle. Incomplete. Tried to hit him on a slant. 2nd down coming up for Bama. Only 200 likes, 500 plus people. Y'all hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button. If you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, hit the thumbs up. That is a big help. That is a big help. Bama hands it off this time. Not a lot of room. Gain of 2 to the 9. It's going to be 3rd and 8 from the 9 now for Bama. I'd put my piece in your SLU commitment. Boy, a lot of y'all struggle severely with the English language. 3rd and 8 for Bama. Their best drive of the day by far. 11:20 to go. 3rd and 8 from the Oklahoma 9. Motion, shotgun. Snap, back to throw. Looks over the middle, throws over the middle, intercepted in the end zone. Oh shit, a flag. Oh no, pass interference on Oklahoma. Wow. Boy, Alabama caught a break there. That's going to give them an automatic 1st down inside the 5. Wow. I don't know what the pass interference was. I'll have to wait on the replay. Here it is. Let's see. Yeah, that is pass interference. He grabbed him and turned him around. I mean, you hate to see a call like that on down there, but that was obvious pass interference. Obvious pass interference. Direct snap to the running back on 1st and goal from the 2. Gets inside the 1. It's going to be 2nd and goal from just inside the 1. Why doesn't Bama just run the ball? They just ran it. But they can't run the ball. They're soft as fuck. You know that. They might can run it from the 1 because they only need 1 yard. They are literally at the 6-inch line now. Ty Simpson in a shotgun. Snap. Handoff. Touchdown, Bama. Bama gets on the board with 10.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Refs, man, that was obvious pass interference, man. Come on. Southern Cal down 14-0 at home against Iowa, but they are in the red zone. Southern Cal is 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. Iowa 14, Southern Cal 0. Southern Cal trying to get on the board here down in the red zone. What's up, Vic 2? Extra point is good. 10-7 now the score. 10-7. Southern Cal first down inside the 5. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 4 now for Southern Cal. They're down 14-0 at home against Iowa. Looks like they got the scoreboard problems fixed now over on the ESPN app. I'm pretty sure those are all the accurate scores now. I think they got whatever problem ESPN was having on their website. It looks like they got it fixed. Southern Cal with a shovel pass from the 4-yard line gets them down to the 1. It's going to be 2nd and goal at the 1 now for Southern Cal. Look at Iowa trying hard, already scored more than they do in most games. Yeah, out to a 14-0 lead. Southern Cal about to score, though. Knocking on the door, as they say. 2nd and goal from the 1 for Southern Cal here. Quarterback under center. Now the quarterback splits out wide. This is going to be a direct snap to the running back here. Wildcat formation to the running back, and he's into the end zone for a Southern Cal touchdown. Southern Cal finally gets on the board here. It's going to be 14-6. The extra point will make it 7. Iowa with the lead. 9:15 to go in the second quarter. Iowa finished their scoring output for the day. Yeah, they met their scoring quota. There, they don't need to score anymore. Feels like Oklahoma hasn't had the ball all game. Yeah. One of their touchdown came off of that pick 6. So basically, Bama had 2 possessions in a row there. Lou, do you think Florida can beat Ole Miss? No. What? Is that a serious question? Stop trolling. Stop trolling. New Mexico State and Tennessee are underway. No score in the first quarter. 9 minutes to go. Miami up 10-0 in the second quarter against NC State, and they've got the ball just across midfield. Miami does. They're going to run a jet sweep pass. Going deep, has a man caught. 20, 10, 5, down to the 4-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal, Miami at the 4. Miami trying to extend their lead here over NC State. They're up 10-0, but they're going to have the ball 1st and goal inside the 5. Trick play there from Miami. You hope UGA loses? You're 1-8 this year on that hope. You're 1-8. This chat really brings out the inbred retards. Yeah, I don't know if you're new around here or what, but it's like George Carlin said a long time ago. Just think about how dumb the average person is, and then realize that that means half the population is dumber than that. I formation for Miami, keep it on the ground, and it's going to be a touchdown. They're going to extend their lead. It's going to be 16-0. Extra point will make it 17. What's up, Martin? He says, nice to see Miami open the playbook more after 2 losses. Why do we do this to ourselves? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Y'all couldn't wait, boy, to start losing in November. I mean, literally lost on November 1st this year. Didn't have to wait till the 2nd or 3rd week in November. But they look good so far today in this one. Now, there's nobody at this game. This is fucking pitiful, man. I'm looking at the Miami, at the stands here, the bleachers. The bottom deck is barely half full. I mean, this is fucking pitiful. That's sad, man. That is sad. 3rd down coming up for Oklahoma. This would be big for Bama if they can force a 3-and-out here. Get some momentum back after finally scoring on their last drive. 3rd and 5 for Oklahoma. They're on their own 30. Moneyline Mateers in a shotgun with 4 wide. Motion. Snap. Back to throw. Looks left. Throws left. Incomplete. Not a good throw. Not a good throw. It's going to be 4th and 5, and Oklahoma's going to have to punt it away with 9:52 left in the second quarter. Bama already scored more points than last year's game. Yeah, they didn't even score a touchdown last year, did they? Here comes the punt for Oklahoma. They get the kick away. Great punt, fielded back on the 16, returned by Bama across the 20, across the 25 to the fumble. I think Bama jumped on it, but there's a fumble here. Oklahoma is saying they have it. I thought Bama jumped on it. Oklahoma's got it. Wow. That Bama kick returner tried to make a lot happen there. He tried to do a little too much with the dancing around. Ball gets stripped and Oklahoma jumps on it. Big break for Oklahoma there after it looked like Bama was getting a lot of momentum back. They had went on a long scoring drive and then forced a 3-and-out on Oklahoma. Ryan Williams. Clearly a fumble. Clearly a fumble. Ryan Williams, you better go grab that fucking teddy bear, you degenerate. You better go to the sideline and cuddle up with that fucking teddy bear you got, bud. Oklahoma in business here on the Bama 31, 1st and 10 after the turnover. Reverse flea flicker. Mateer throws. Caught. First down inside the 20 to the 19. They are doing a lot here offensively with the trickeration in that. 1st and 10, Oklahoma on the Bama 19. If UJ loses today, my cousin said he may die fro me ultimate happiness. Is that the same cousin you had sex with, or is that a different cousin? Mateer is going to take off running. Has a hole. Oh, there he goes. Inside the 5. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Dang. 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 Pay Lou. That's a pay Lou situation. Oklahoma, Alabama over 23 points in the first half. Bing, bang. Well, I better not say that. I need this extra point. Right now, they're at exactly 23. This extra point will pay me. $100 winner. Let's go. Bing, bang. Pay Lou. Hey, lady. $100 holla. Bama better get their shit together here, huh? Ryan Williams over there cut it up with his fucking teddy bear. He doesn't have any catches at all today, does he? Jeremy Bernard's got a bunch of catches. Ryan Williams ain't done shit but fumble a punt and cuddle up with his teddy bear. Bernard is a great wide receiver. Williams is not. Williams is a highlight reel, but I agree. I like Jeremy Bernard more than Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams, I think, has a higher ceiling. He's more athletic, can make kind of like the circus catches and shit like that. But Jeremy Bernard's just a more consistently good wide receiver, I think. Who is soft, Lou? Well, Bama, for one. Every Lincoln Riley team of all time is soft. Bama is soft. What do you want, like a list? Iowa still up 14-7 on the road at Southern Cal, coming up on 5 minutes to go in the first half of that one. Miami 17-0 over NC State. NC State with the ball, 3rd and 8. Quarterback throws incomplete over near the sideline. Couldn't keep his feet in bounds. 4th and 8, and NC State will have to kick it away again. Alabama ain't so good, says Fusion Games 05. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate that. I got a list. It goes Reggie, Jay-Z, Tupac, and Biggie, Andre from Outkast. Well, I don't know what that's a list of. I don't know what that's a list of. These chat GPT commercials need to be banned. ACC is extra soft. I don't know about that. They're not good. I know that. The ACC is not good. That I know. 3rd and 3 for Iowa, and they pick up 4. First down at the 5. It's going to be 1st and goal at the Southern Cal 5-yard line. Dyslexic is Lou. No, I'm not. USC on field, the down and up running is Iowa. Yet stands the leaving fans, Alabama the R. Another trick play from Iowa. Touchdown. Reverse flea flicker pass. Touchdown Iowa. For pass haul, a wants wife his guys, the all list that is. Lou playoffs the making, still ECU. Stands the leaving fans, Alabama. Good is film Eminem. Lou win comeback A&M Texas that of think you did what? Lou Shrimp Gump Alabama. Tennessee loves the special uniform routine, says Jonathan Moxley. Are they doing that dumb shit again today? That's all they have is special uniforms. That's it. Lou Uncle watching, love absolutely I. Thank you. I appreciate that. Gump Forest Wares. Bunch of them at this game here between Alabama and Oklahoma. Whole slew of them. 1st and 10 Alabama. They're down 17-7. They're on the Oklahoma 40. Simpson throws. Caught. It's going to be a gain of about 5. Guess who? Jeremy Bernard again. Lou contractions having I'm. Alabama beat Would Vab do. Lou, I missed that one. Tech Virginia to going Franklin James, about heard y'all. Ryan Williams is hot garbage. Loser damn a lose. Team FCS a beat to way they're gimmicking Tennessee. I agree. Pass complete behind the line for Bama on 2nd and 5. Gets up the sideline, shoved out of bounds after a gain of 6. That's going to be a first down for the Gumps. Miami with another big play down the sideline. They're going to beat the absolute soul and will to live out of this NC State team. That's another one we need to add to the needs to be fired list. That head coach for NC State, Dave Duran. When it comes to knowing what you're doing, he don't know what he's doing. Why use many word when few word do trick? Trojans pissing their playoff hopes away, says Cloud Z. Yeah, if they lose this one, they're in a bad way. Best they could do is ruin it for Oregon. They still have to play Oregon, I think, next week. Is Coach Golish the best coach in the American Conference? I don't know. I don't pay enough attention to the group of five to rank those coaches. 2nd and 10 for Miami, near midfield. They're going to keep this one on the ground, across the 50 to the 48. It's going to be 3rd and about 7 now for Miami. They never belonged in the playoffs to begin with. You talking about Southern Cal? SEC teams are now 1-286 when down 27 plus points since 2004. I'll try to remember that, I guess. I'll try to remember that tonight when Texas is down 27 points. Georgia's going to beat the soul out of Texas tonight. I don't even know why Texas bothers showing up for this ass beating they're about to catch. Look at Southern Cal out here running people over all the way up to midfield. Well, I'm so proud of them. Unbelievable job there by Southern Cal. I mean, that's just amazing. Absolutely amazing, you know. Extremely proud of them. First and 10, Southern Cal, right at midfield. Iowa's up 21-7. Dang. I think we can turn that Miami game off. Is there a better game to put on than the Miami game? Miami's up 17-0 and driving again. What other game? You want me to put something different on? Confucius say, man who stand on top of toilet is high on pot. Well, he's right. That, per normal. Confucius is right again. Right again. Duke in Virginia. All right. All right, Duke, Virginia, Alabama, Oklahoma, Southern Cal, Iowa. Simpson seeing ghosts now. Uh-oh. Yeah, Bernard was wide open on that one, and Simpson just sailed it over his head. I mean, he was wide open. Not a good throw there. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Gumps. They're on the Oklahoma 29. I formation for Bama. They're going to hand it off. Gain of 3 per normal. 3rd down coming up now for Bama. What's up, Jolish? Thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says, UNC Wake if you want to hate watch Blue Chew. No interest in that, really. No interest in that. Thank you, though, for the super chat. Neo says, I don't know a lot. I believe you. I believe you, bud. 3rd and 6 for Alabama. They're on the OU 25. 6:20 to go. They're down 17-7. Simpson back to throw. Caught wide open. Could be a touchdown. And it is. They hit a tight end on a slant. There was nobody near him. I think that's the same tight end. It was wide open last time. Whoever's job it is to cover that guy might want to look into doing that. Because that's the 2nd time they've hit that guy on a big play. Touchdown, Alabama is going to make it 17-13. Extra point will make it 14. Virginia in the red zone now with a 7-3 lead over Duke. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. They're on the Duke 17. They're going to hand it off, and they're going to lose a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 11 now, back at the 17 or 18 yard line. UGA 42, Texas 24. Wow. High scoring, huh? That was crazy with that South Carolina A&M comeback. Yeah, unbelievable. Just absolutely brutal loss for South Carolina fans. Navy game was bullshit. These refs are terrible. I didn't watch any of the game, but Navy did win, though, right? They beat South Florida. You can't pay nobody to watch Blue Chew Bill. Well, you can pay Jordan Hudson to do anything. That's all she cares about is money. There's nothing she won't do for $1. So you can definitely pay her to watch Blue Chew Bill. More like UJ 30, Texas 6, says Benjamin Counter. Second and 8 for Southern Cal. Play action pass. Gilligan's Island goes deep. Oh my God, what a fucking catch. All the way down at the 20. Wow, climbed a ladder to catch that one. Great fucking catch by the Southern Cal, man. I don't give a fuck what his name is because Southern Cal doesn't put their players' names on the back of their jersey. So if Southern Cal doesn't want me to know who their player is, then I don't want to fucking know who the player is. So, I mean, these teams that don't put the names on the back of the jersey. If your own school doesn't care what your name is, then why the fuck should I? So I don't. First and 10. Pass complete. Short gain of a couple. If you have tool permissions, why not eulogy for your season is over? I don't know what you mean by if I have tool permissions. I mean, nobody from Tool called me, and I don't even know what you mean by that. You talking about copyright? If I play Tool music in a video, then I can't monetize it. That's how copyright works on YouTube. You can play anything you want on YouTube just about. You just can't monetize it. I love how everyone with no channel is trying to tell someone with a big channel how to run a channel. I don't play eulogy on the Your Season Is Over video because it would cost me about $500. Oklahoma with the ball picks up a first down out to midfield. Corn better? No, I like Corn, but they're not better than Tool. BC about to tie it up with the Nerds. Dang. Virginia just scored again. Extend their lead over Duke. Now 14-3, Virginia up on Duke. Bryce Underwear for Heisman. Not this year. He's more likely to win a worst player award than he is a best player award. Gotta beat who is on our schedule. Yeah, but you make your own schedule. So that's an excuse for teams and conferences. That's not an excuse for Notre Dame. You pick your own. You pick Navy. See, every other team in the country gets told what 8 or 9 of their games are going to be. They don't get to hand pick them all. And then if their team ends up being as good as Notre Dame fans think Notre Dame is, then they have to play a 13th game called a conference championship game, which you purposely avoid every year. 3rd and 7 for Oklahoma just across midfield. Mateer scrambling around. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. It's going to be 4th down. Oklahoma probably have to punt it away. There's a flag down. Probably going to get Oklahoma for some kind of holding because Mateer was doing a lot of dancing around behind the line of scrimmage. They probably got a lineman with a hold or something. Southern Cal scored. It's now 21-10, Iowa up on Southern Cal. Oh, no, they're going to get Alabama hands to the face. Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call. Alabama hands to the face on John Mateer. What's on the menu for game day food today? We're doing sausage and shrimp jambalaya. They didn't call that? They waved off the flag. I can't believe that. I mean, it was pretty clear he hit John Mateer in the face. I'm surprised they waved that one off. Bama returns the punt out to around the 8 or 9 yard line, or 11 or 12 yard line. Which is it? Going to be 1st and 10, Bama deep on their own end. It was a face mask call, not hands to the face. Well, it was no call at all. Should have been a hands to the face call. Uncle Lou, have you seen Tool live in concert? Yeah, several times. Oh, what's up, JD? Appreciate you joining the channel, bud. Vols 22 says, Tennessee done broke the comeback from set out my heart. Don't even want to watch any more damn Vols. I don't understand what any of that means. Alabama on 1st and 10 is dropped for no gain. Completed pass at the line of scrimmage, but tackled right away. Right on, I missed those days. Yeah, I used to play Eulogy in the Your Season Is Over. It's a perfect song for that video, but it cost me too much money to do it now. Second and 10, Bama back to throw. Caught that tight end again. Gain of about 14 for a 1st down. Jeremy Bernard and this tight end, this number 80, are doing work on the Oklahoma defense. Now, nobody else really doing anything for Bama. But Jeremy Bernard and that tight end, what's the tight end's name? 1st and 10, Bama now on their own 27. Another pass complete. Ryan Williams this time falls down so no one would hit him at the 8. Bacon wrapped Italian sausage, stuffed onion rings was pretty good. That does sound good. I love onion rings. Not gonna lie. Halftime in the Southern Cal Iowa game, 21-10 is the score. Iowa up on the road at Southern Cal, 21-10 at halftime. I'm saying I hate my team and my life. Stupid Vols. Dang. What are they? They're not losing in New Mexico, are they? I mean, that would break my heart. That would break my heart if a poverty-stricken team like Tennessee were to be losing in New Mexico. They're winning 14-0. What are you on and crying about? Are you just used to crying because you're a Tennessee fan? My wife is making chimichurri steak. I don't know what that is. Lou, I see the poverty shirt. Remember the Tennessee was #1 for a week shirt. Yeah, I still have that one somewhere. Black and blue grilled burgers tonight. Is that a hamburger with blue cheese on it? If it is, you don't have to worry about saving me one. Losing to Sooners, not over it yet. Oh. Yeah, I don't like blue cheese either. Chimichurri is like a Mexican sauce. It is good. Well, then the steak isn't good then. If a steak is good, you don't need sauce at all on it. So I'll never be putting chimichurri or whatever the fuck sauce on a steak, because when I cook steaks, I cook good steaks, and good steaks don't need sauce. If you ever see me putting anything on a steak, that means the steak ain't no good. 3rd and goal for Virginia. They're up 14-3 with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Touchdown. Flag down, though. I've been to the Brazilian Steakhouse before. I've been to one in Charlotte. I think I've been to one in New York City before, too. Yeah, I like those Brazilian steakhouses. Do you think Jacob Rodriguez gets an invite to New York? No. I put A1 on anything. I don't care how good the steak be. She getting dipped. Yeah, steak ain't no good if you're putting A1 on it. Unless it's a reheated steak. If there's ever leftover steak the next day and you have to reheat it, that's the only time it's acceptable to put any type of sauce on a steak, is if you're eating it leftover, reheated the next day. All right, 2nd and 2, Bama. 2 minutes to go in the first half. They're down 3. Simpson throws, caught, tight end again, wide open, all the way up to midfield. Oklahoma's going to have to figure something out with this tight end, because every time they throw him the ball, he's wide open and it's a 15-yard gain. 1st and 10, Bama, near midfield. 1:40 to go until halftime. 17-14, Oklahoma with a lead. Simpson back to throw. Under pressure, gets rid of it, caught, but tackled right away. Gain of a yard, maybe 2, just across midfield. 2nd and long with 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. Clock ticking. SMU, good luck. Lots of football left. I agree with the steak stance. All you need is some good seasoning. Yeah. A handoff on 2nd and 8 for Bama. Has some room, picks up a first down. Flag down, though. Let's see what this is. This would be a bad penalty if it's on Bama when they're trying to get into field goal range here. It is on Bama. They're going to get Bama with a hold. So instead of a first down, it's going to be 2nd and oblivion now for Alabama. My brother's in his first year at Georgia Tech. They've been declining the last 2 weeks. Does it make you worried for us, like they play with nothing to lose? No. I don't think they're beat Georgia. 2nd and 18, Bama on their own 41. 1 minute to go. Simpson back to throw. Good protection. Over the middle, caught. A lot of room. Close to a first down. Gained about 16 yards on 2nd and 18. The running back that time out of the backfield, Daniel Hill, with the catch and run. Big play for Bama there on 2nd and 18. Picks up 16. Going to be 3rd and 2 with 35 seconds to go. Empty backfield. Snap. Back to throw. Under pressure. Running for his life. Gets rid of it. Caught. Tight end again. First down. Needed 2. Gained 4. 1st and 10 Bama with 29 seconds to go. Bama's got 2 timeouts. Field goal would tie it up here at the end of the first half. Of course, they'd rather score a touchdown and take the lead. We'll see. (17-3) the score at halftime. Virginia up over Duke. 1st and 10. Ty Simpson back to throw. Caught. Nope. Dropped. Caught it but couldn't hold on. Jam Miller that time dropped the pass. It's going to be 2nd and 10 now with 25 seconds to go. Bama kicker is trash. Yeah, I've been hearing Alabama fans complain about their kicker all year, so we'll see if he's able to make one here at the end of the half. It looks like that's where we're headed, towards a field goal here at the end of the half. 2nd and 10 now for Bama. Jam Miller still the running back. 3 wide to the top. Back to throw. Goes deep. Nobody there. It's going to be 3rd and 10 now for Bama. 19 seconds to go in the first half. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened on that play, if the receiver broke the route off or what, but Simpson literally threw it to the middle of nowhere. Why does Simpson always look like he's about to cry? I don't know. Unless it's because he's about to cry. Timeout with 19 seconds to go. Oklahoma took the timeout here. It's going to be 3rd and 10 with 19 seconds to go in the first half. Oklahoma takes their second timeout. Simpson will be an NFL bust. I'm calling it right now, says Jarrett. Tennessee running the score up on a middle school once again. They love to do that. They do that every year. They beat all these high school teams 80-0, and they think it means something. You know, then they lose to Georgia and 2 other games and whatever. Rinse and repeat. A lot of teams like Tennessee who can't win anything like to do that against these really bad teams because it makes them feel like they did something. UJ can't run the score up on middle schools. Of course they could. Simpson throws. Bernard dropped. Yeah, he dropped it. I hate them. Never want to support it again. Who, the Vols? Oh, okay. Fourth and 10 for Bama. I don't even think they can attempt a field goal from here. Just walked out of the Michigan State Stadium. Last one is a student. Our team is washed. Oh. Well. Yeah, that's kind of true. They're not very good. Yeah, that's an incompletion. I don't even know why they're reviewing it. Fourth and 10 now for Bama. They're going to go for it. Just no way they could kick a field goal from here. They're on the Oklahoma 40. Empty backfield for Simpson. Blitz from Oklahoma. Bama picks it up. Caught. First down. To the 24. Horton here's a who with the catch. If Alabama were to lose, it wouldn't make a difference with the head-to-head tiebreaker correct. Well, if Alabama loses, there would be a three-way tie. Ole Miss, Georgia, and Bama would all be tied for second. And I don't know what that means for for as far as the SEC championship. I don't know what that means for that. Like I don't know how the tiebreakers would work, but it would be a three-way tie. A&M would be in first with 0 losses. Bama, Georgia, and Ole Miss would be tied for second with 1 loss, along with Texas right now. Texas right now only has 1 loss. Yeah, Texas Tech is really good. Simpson, pass complete inside the 20 with 3 seconds to go. And we're going to see a field goal attempt here from Alabama at the end of the first half. 17-14, 3-point lead for Oklahoma. Bama's going to try to tie it up here right before the half. Bama can't run the ball. That's true. That's true. What are the odds SEC championship is UJ in Texas? Zero. No chance at all. Whoever loses tonight will be 2 games behind the other team. So 0. Georgia doesn't have any more SEC games after tonight. Kane's looking good right now. Good stream as always. Thank you, Mio. Yeah, Kane's up big. I hope they keep it up in the second half. I got a bet on Miami minus 15, so I need them to keep their foot on the gas. Does A&M go to the championship now? No. There's 2 more regular season games before conference championship. Conference championship weekend is 3 weeks away. No one's going to the conference championship game now. Bama missed the field goal because, of course, they did. The kicker's yelling at the holder's yelling at the snapper, the coaches are yelling at the fans. If a kicker ever yelled at me, I'd punch him in the back of the fucking face. How's the Paylou movement going today? Well, we hit a bet on the first half of the Alabama game. We had over 23 points in the first half, and they scored, what did they score, 31 points in the first half, so we won that bet. We've got, what else do we have? We've got, if I can find it, Iowa and Southern Cal under 48.5 points. They're at halftime, and it's 21-10, so we're not looking good there. Miami minus 16, we're looking good there. Duke -4, not looking good there. And then we've got Texas Tech -24. They're up 36 at halftime, so we look good there. And I've got Ole Miss -16 tonight against Florida. Right now I'm up 400 and... What am I up? I'm up $579 for the week right here. And those are the bets that I have left. This is exactly what Oklahoma did against Tennessee, says Sharkzilla. Yeah, complete with a pick six and everything. Yeah. Yeah, very similar. Missed field goals. Yep. Very similar. They need to make a restaurant in your area or bar area where you can bet and just eat good grilled food. There won't be no restaurant here where you can bet because it's illegal here. I bet there are 1,000 Chinese places in New York City, and 1,000 Mexican places, and 1,000 Korean places, and 1,000 Vietnamese places, and 1,000 German places, and 1,000 Italian places, and 1,000 whatever. Fill in the blank. It's a pretty big place. Are you taking the Georgia spread? No. I'm not betting that game. Log into your other account. Georgia Tech being tied with Boston College is alarming. Nothing is alarming in the ACC. It's a bunch of bad teams. That Clemson Louisville game last night was one of the worst football games I've watched all year. That was two terrible fucking teams. Will Clemson fans travel to New York for the Pinstripe Bowl? No. I don't think anybody travels for the Pinstripe Bowl. Type. Type more. Type, 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 type. Georgia Tech will be a playoff game. Winner gets in. Georgia's getting in regardless. Can you check on me? you doing? Where you going now? Why are you coming in there and then running away? Southern Cal soft as baby shit again. Yeah, well, every Lincoln Riley team is soft. I mean, that's just it's almost not even worth mentioning anymore. It's just a given. Bama is the most overrated team. Ty sucks. What? Ty Simpson sucks? Dang. When did that start? Does Dabo get fired this year? No. No, he doesn't. Thank you, Drew and Yoni, for the super chats, but Dabo's not getting fired, and Ty Simpson doesn't suck. Yeah. I'ma leave, Lou. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. That means a lot that you let me know. I'd hate to spend the whole second half wondering where you were at or what happened to you. So, thank you for letting us know. Thank you, JD. I'm glad y'all hang out with me and watch these games, buddy. It's halftime right now, though, on all three of the games. Lou, I'm going to stick around. Okay. Favorite Disney World ride? I don't know any Disney World rides. What's up, James? Let me go refill this water bottle. I'll be right back. are they doing? What in the world are they doing in there? Huh? You sound high to you say, ask them what they doing? Look at Berg down there. Berg don't know what Berg, he don't know what Berg's doing. See what we're doing right now? You see, there's the girl right there. See? That's the girl right there. See? See what you're doing now? Want to get down? All right, the Iowa Southern Cal game is back on. Third quarter of that one. Iowa putting a whooping on them in the first half. We'll see if Southern Cal can do anything in the second half. Southern Cal in the red zone. They're on the Iowa 11. 3rd and 7. Fade into the end zone. Incomplete. 4th and 7. Southern Cal have to kick a field goal here. If Georgia loses tonight, their playoff hopes could be in jeopardy. If a piano falls on your head, it could kill you. Restrepo was your favorite Miami receiver last year. Tony, your favorite this year. Yeah, I love, what's his first name? Malachi? Tony? Yeah, I like him. Duke with the ball in the third quarter. Virginia 17, Duke 3. Duke never able to get anything going in the first half. They'll see if they can get it turned around here in the second half. The only way that Georgia playoff hopes would be in jeopardy is if they lose to Texas and Georgia Tech. Yeah, they'd have to lose both of those games to miss the playoffs. And I don't know anybody on the face of the planet that thinks that's going to happen. If there's anybody in the chat that does think that's going to happen, I'd love to make that bet with you right now. I'd make that bet with you right now. I'd love to do that. I know most of you are just low-level elementary trolls who are just typing dumb shit in the comment section that you don't even believe yourself. But if there is anybody in the comment section who's the right combination of stupid and has money that truly believes that, I'd be happy to make that bet with anybody that wants to make it. Cash App's in the description of the video, but you don't have 2 nickels to rub together, bud. You're not making that bet. Trolls don't make bets. Yeah, they don't have any money. An apology for what? Like everybody else, I picked Texas A&M to win that game. You want an apology for beating South Carolina by 1? What the fuck? Who the fuck picked South Carolina to win that game? I hope Bama wins, but I said we ain't winning out weeks ago. Put your money where your mouth is, bitch. Who are you talking to? You're not talking to me. I know you're not talking to me. I put my money where my mouth is every fucking day of the week. Missouri and Georgia is one of the best rivalries in college football. Yeah, right. Right. I got $100. What you want to do? You're not going to make that bet either. $100 that Georgia loses to Texas and Georgia Tech. Send it. Send it, and it's a bet. We'll see who has $100 or not, and who doesn't. Send it. There you go. That's the PayPal and the Cash App. I'll check it in 5 minutes. If it's in there, we have a bet. If it's not, you're going in timeout for the rest of the stream for talking big boy shit and not backing it up. That would be the stupidest bet in history. Well, a lot of people in my comment section are some of the stupidest people in history. Big rumor, Tate is going to sit out the rest of the year to prepare for the draft. Thankfully, we have Smith and 4 other NFL wide receivers. Suck if true. Why would Tate do that? Is he hurt? Why in the world? Is that... Come on. Is that true? If that's true, then fuck him. If he's not hurt and he's sitting out the rest of the year, then he can go fuck himself. You're saying he's quitting 2 weeks before the end of the season, regular season. Nick Bosa sat out a whole season just to preserve draft stock. It's the Ohio State way. Yeah, they had another wide receiver. What was the when Georgia beat them in the playoffs? They had a wide receiver, I think, that quit that year too. Is he hurt at all? Or is he really just quitting? Yeah, Jackson Smith and the Jigba. Cash App. God, I hope you were dumb enough to do that. Okay, yeah. You weren't dumb enough to do that. I wish you were dumb enough to do that, but you weren't. Virginia's still up 17-3 over Duke. They've got the ball on their own 16-yard line, gain of about 5. It's going to be 3rd down now for Virginia. Southern Cal scored to cut the lead, 21-13 now the score, an 8-point lead for Iowa, and Iowa has the ball at midfield. 8.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter of that one. Yeah, Navy beat South Florida. That's a pretty good win for them. Second half underway, Alabama and Oklahoma. Kickoff goes out of the back of the end zone. Oklahoma, I believe, has the ball first this time. Yeah, jackpot stream was gold today. Only minor injury, just precautionary. Who? Oh, you're still talking about Carnell Tate? So he's injured. That's different if he's injured. The other Ohio State fan made it sound like Carnell Tate was just quitting for the rest of the year to prepare for the draft. If he's injured, that's different. Oklahoma with a jet sweep gains about 20 all the way out to the 45. A good looking play to start this drive off and to start the second half here for Oklahoma. They've got a 3-point lead, 17-14 over Alabama on the road in Tuscaloosa. Second half just underway. He has a minor injury, but Ohio State is keeping him out because it's UCLA. If he's got an injury and he's not playing, that's one thing. If he's just quitting to prepare for the draft, that's something else. Second and 3 for Oklahoma just across midfield. Mateer back to throw, scrambles left. Points, now tries to run, breaks a couple of tackles and picks up a first down, but there is a flag. And it's going to go against Oklahoma holding. So instead of a first down, that's going to back them up. Dan says he does not have an injury. He has lower leg tightness. He sat out last week too. So it's not a situation where he got hurt in a game. No one saw him get hurt. He's just not playing, and Ohio State is saying the reason he's not playing is because he's got lower leg tightness. And so the rumor is that he's just quitting. That sounds to me like that's what y'all are saying. So I guess we'll find out. If he sits out the rest of the year with lower leg tightness, then he's just quitting. If he comes back and plays, then maybe he was really hurt. My lower and upper legs suffer from tightness all the time, yet I somehow still manage to stand right here for 12 hours every Saturday and stream these games. So I don't know what's going on with Carnell Tate, but he might need to get his shit together. Third and long for Oklahoma. They're on their own 43, back to throw. Mateer in the pocket, steps up, throws, caught, first down to the 36-yard line of Alabama. Big play for Oklahoma there to keep the drive alive.
If I see your belly, I'll come over here and scratch it, Tutor. If I see your belly, I gotta come scratch it, don't I? Yeah, you know the rules. You know the rules, Mom. You know the rule. If I see the belly, I'm coming and scratch it. Good girl. You're good too, Berg. You're a good girl too. You're a good girl too, Burger.
Southern Cal just fumbled, but luckily, right place, right time, and a Southern Cal man jumped on it, but that could have been bad. 21-13, they're down 8 with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Second and 13 for Oklahoma, back to throw again. Mateer going to be sacked for a loss of a yard, maybe 2, back at the 40 or 41-yard line. It's going to be third and long now for Oklahoma. Virginia driving again. They're up 17-3. They're driving again. They might blow Duke out here. Tate has an issue with his calf muscle, not quitting. Mateer pass complete, but well short of the first down to the Alabama 35. It's going to be fourth and about 8. And it would be a long field goal from here. Under 11 minutes to go in the third. This is the first drive of the third quarter. Bogs down here, and we're going to see a field goal attempt here of about 52 yards. Fourth and 8, 52-yard field goal attempt. Left-footed kicker from the right hash. The kick is up. It's good if it's long enough, and it is. And Oklahoma extends the lead 20-14. They're up 6 on the road at Alabama. How do I join the Patreon? Click this link. Oh, not that one. Hold on. Let me find it. Click that link and get signed up. We'll be streaming tonight on Patreon at 7:30 for all the primetime games. So if y'all want to hang out tonight and watch the primetime games, click that link right there. Get yourself signed up. I'll post the link on my Patreon page around 7:15 tonight. And we'll hang out and watch all the primetime games. It's going to be a good one, Drew. Venables is the king of fuck analytics. Bama is embarrassing themselves. Dang. Man, I hate that. Southern Cal with the ball in the red zone. 21-13. Iowa has the lead. 1st and 10, Southern Cal on the Iowa 12. They've got 2 wide to the bottom, 1 up top. Gilligan's Island's in a shotgun. Snap. Play action. All day in the pocket. Throws into the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Probably going to go for 2 here to try to tie it up. 21-19 is the score now. A 2-point conversion would tie it up. Duke is cooked. Yeah, they're getting blowed out. Gamecocks should have to walk home after that second half. That was one of the worst collapses ever. That was bad. Real bad. Can someone point out to me where to watch the Beamer post-game presser? Did Beamer quit and not do one? I have no idea. I usually just go to YouTube and type in Shane Beamer post-game Texas A&M or whatever if you want to find it. Georgia Tech losing to a team sponsored by New Balance. Dang. Is that true? Boston College not sponsored by New Balance, are they? Just got your Patreon basically donated to the disabled. Yeah. I don't believe that. Boston College is really sponsored by New Balance? That's that's pretty bad. That is pretty funny. You have to have $10 to join the Patreon, so I don't think that's true. Maybe Jackpot can hire Uncle Lou's repair service for the TV. Well, I sent him $100 to help him buy a new one. So I did my part. Makes sense. New Balances are made in Boston. Yes, I didn't know that either. Ty Simpson throws incomplete off the hands of Jeremy Bernard. 10.5 minutes to go in the third. This is Bama's first possession of the second half. Oklahoma got the ball to start, went down, kicked a field goal. Not a great throw by Ty Simpson that time. Bernard tried to lay out and get it, but couldn't hold on. Falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 now for Bama on their own 25. They're down 6. Simpson in a shotgun. Moving a bunch of pieces around now. Moves everybody to the top of the screen. Snap. Handoff. As a whole, Daniel Hill still on his feet across the 40. All the way across midfield. Probably the best run of the year for Bama. Gains about 25 yards. What I miss? Second down for Bama now. 9.5 minutes to go in the third. Southern Cal just kicked off. They missed the 2-point conversion. So Iowa still has a 2-point lead, 21-19. Georgia Tech is dog shit. Yeah, have been for a long time. Long time. 2nd and 10 for Bama. They're on the Oklahoma 47-yard line. Empty backfield this time. Ty Simpson in a shotgun. Snap, back to throw. Looks right, throws right. Caught behind the line of scrimmage by that big tight end. Hurdles a man up the sideline inside the 30 down to the 29. This tight end for Bama is a problem for Oklahoma. Great fucking play. Should have been tackled near the line of scrimmage, but he hurdled this motherfucker. Look at this. Whoop, right over the top of him. Dang, son, come on. What happened to wrapping people up, man? Don't close your eyes and dive at his ankles. What are you doing? 5-star dummy shit. Empty backfield again for Bama. 1st and 10 on the Oklahoma 27 now. Bama in the red zone. Tight end in motion. Snap. Simpson back to throw. Going deep. Caught. There's Ryan Williams. Held onto that ball like it was his fucking teddy bear. 1st and goal, Bama. They're in business now. On the ground. Towards the goal line. It's close. Gets down inside the 1. It's going to be 2nd and goal. What's up, Jackpot? Oh, that was Horton. Let's hope it doesn't carry over in Oxford. I think Ole Miss will blow Florida out. Florida looks like they're in give-up mode after what I saw last week against Kentucky. Wildcat formation for Bama, direct snap, and a touchdown for Daniel Hill. Bama's going to, what does that do? Tie it up, right? Extra point will make it a 1-point game. I think that ties it at 20, doesn't it? Yeah, tied at 20 now, the extra point. If they make it, which is no guarantee when it comes to Bama and their place kickers, but if they make it, they'll have a 1-point lead. The line is kept on dropping in favor of Florida. Not sure I understand that. Let's see. I bet it on Monday. I got Ole Miss minus 16. The line right now is minus 11. That's a big move. It's a big move. Virginia up over Duke 24-3. Uh-oh, Duke hits a big play though. Duke hit a big pass play, fumbled it. A different Duke receiver picked it up and ran it all the way down inside the 5-yard line. First and goal, Duke. What's up, Ray Ray? How long is Elko under contract now? I don't know. He signed an extension today, but I didn't look up the details. Alabama is so confusing to me as a Bama fan. I can't tell what we're doing half the time, and then they go and score with ease and then struggle some more. A big part of Bama's problem, obviously, they can't run the ball. So I think a lot of teams sit on the pass, which sometimes makes it hard. It's harder to throw the ball when the other team knows you're going to throw it, type of deal. I mean, their running game is terrible. Duke in the red zone, second and goal, quarterback running for his life, nowhere to go. Throws up a prayer, incomplete. Lucky that wasn't intercepted. It's going to be third and goal now for Duke. Did you place a bet on Simpson is great in this game? What? How do you bet on whether or not somebody is great? How do you bet on that? Do you agree Daniel Hill should be the starter, though? Well, I think Jam Miller's terrible, so I would start anybody over him. Justice Haynes is the one that should be your starter, but you let him walk out the door. Did you place a bet on passing yards for Simpson? No. I think it's 6 years for Elko, $11 million a year. Jam is terrible. I've been saying that. Bama should have made the switch like 4 games ago. Isn't Daniel Hill's is he a freshman? I know a lot of times coaches don't play freshman running backs, not because they can't run the ball, but because they can't do everything else. Pass protection, all the other kind of shit. I don't know if that's the case with Daniel Hill or not. I have no idea. First and 10 for Oklahoma. They're down a point. They're on their own 25. Bama just took the lead. Pass deflected at the line of scrimmage and falls incomplete. Going to be second and 10 now. NC State is just getting dominated. Good. I've got Miami minus 15. Southern Cal's got the ball back, down 2. First and 10 on the Iowa 14. Back to throw. Complete inside the 10, down to the 7 or 8 yard line. Going to be second down from the 8 now for Southern Cal. 21-19, Iowa has the lead. Mateer back to throw. Over the middle, caught wide open in the middle of the field, across the 45 to the 48. Big play from Oklahoma. First and 10 up near midfield now. Still 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Throws again, caught again, across midfield to the 46 that time. Gain of about 6 or 7. Second down coming up for Oklahoma. Mateer with a couple of good throws here on this drive. Hype ain't going nowhere. No, I don't think Hype was leaving Tennessee, no. Second and 3 for Oklahoma. Handoff this time. Nowhere to go. Might have gained a yard. That's about it. Third and 2. Virginia is about to score again. There they go. Touchdown, Virginia. That's going to make it 31-3. Duke is getting absolutely humiliated. Need like 10 yards so the kicker can hit another 50-plus yarder, and we're good. Eventually, Oklahoma's going to have to start scoring some touchdowns if they're going to win this game, because Bama ain't done scoring. Oklahoma's already had to settle for 2 field goals. Oklahoma has scored more times than Bama has, but they're losing because they've been kicking. Oklahoma scored 4 times. Bama scored 3 times, but Bama's got all touchdowns. Oklahoma's 2-2, touchdowns and field goals. Toss sweep here for Oklahoma is going to lose 5 yards. Flags everywhere, too. Somebody moved early. I think they're going to get Oklahoma for a false start unless Bama jumped. False start on Oklahoma, so this drive is breaking down in a hurry here. Started off hot, got up to midfield, no problem. Now they're going in reverse. Couple of negative plays in a row. Lou, I just got my heart broken after the A&M game. Yeah, that was a brutal fucking loss for the South Carolina, man. Absolutely brutal loss for South Carolina, no doubt about it. Sea-Dog is going through it. Tech losing to a 1-9 team. Should I go over there and troll the Georgia Tech fans for a minute?
Two scores.
Dang.
And I don't think we're going to get a stop on defense. Yeah, Jay has every right to laugh. I mean, it is what it is. You got to take it on the chin. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Dang, they're
Lou
down
says,
bad.
I will see you woozies in 2 weeks. Yeah, you're probably going to beat us 100-0.
What's the other one?
What can you say? What can you say?
Is he streaming too? He's not even streaming. Y'all said something about Sea-Dog, but he's not even streaming, just Rec Man. Other guy, Rec Talk. 3rd and 1 for Southern Cal on the 6-yard line. Back to throw. Caught. Out of bounds at the 1. 1st and goal, Southern Cal. USC going 10-2. Face facts, bud. They still got to play Oregon. That'll be a good game. First and goal, Southern Cal at the 1. They're going to keep it on the ground. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They're going to take the lead. Is Miami actually going to win the ACC? No. They're probably not even going to make the ACC championship game. It's probably going to be Georgia Tech and, well, no, Georgia Tech's about to lose. If Georgia Tech loses today, Miami may get back in. Boston College is a good win for Notre Dame. Any win Notre Dame gets is a good win because they lost to the 2 best teams they played. Their wins against Southern Cal and Navy are pretty good, though. Nobody wants to win the ACC. Yeah, every week the top teams in the ACC are losing. This is the 3rd week in a row. This is like the year when Pitt won the ACC at 7-5. Yeah. Yeah, the ACC is down bad this year. Real bad. Miami's up 34-0, so they look good this week, but who knows what they'll look like next week. They're so up and down. Bama pass complete to Daniel Hill. Falls down after the catch, gain of about 5 or 6. Under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, 21-20. Bama with a 1-point lead at home over Oklahoma. Bama 8-1, Oklahoma 7-2. Must-win game here for Oklahoma, or they're done. A handoff. Fights forward for a few yards. It's going to be 3rd and about 3 now for Bama. Woo is the best college football YouTuber. Thank you, Ray Ray. Third down for Bama. Let's see if Oklahoma can do anything here. Empty backfield for Ty Simpson on 3rd and 3. Snap, back to throw. Steps up. Incomplete. Intended for Jeremy Bernard on a crossing route. And Bama's going to have to punt it away here on 4th and 3. Bunch of woozies in here. What? This is a woozy-free zone. Yeah, not a good throw that time by Ty Simpson. A little out of reach, and they're going to have to punt it away here. 3 and out. So the Oklahoma defense has a good series there. Bama gets the punt away. Fair catch called and made at the 35-yard line. Oklahoma will have pretty good field position here. Still plenty of time. They're down 1, 21-20, 3:49 to go in the third quarter. Jeremiah is questionable as well, says Buckeye Man. Yeah, they're just sitting everybody, huh? They gonna make sure they beat Michigan, ain't they? They'll sit the whole entire fucking squad and just wait for that Michigan game. Lou picked Duke -4. They might not even score 4. Yeah. I'm gonna take a L on that one. Roll Tide. Oklahoma eats the shits. All right, Robert. See you next time, buddy. Iowa with the ball down 5. 13:29 to go in the fourth quarter. 26-21. Southern Cal has the lead. 1st and 10 for Iowa. They're going to keep it on the ground. Nowhere to go. 2nd and 10. Oklahoma 2nd and 9. Mateer rolls right. Throws. Incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 9. Defense is starting to play a little better now. Both of them. Fuck Florida, hotty toddy. Yeah, I think Ole Miss wins big. Florida looked like they were in give-up mode last week. See you in the Patreon. All right, Mike. Yeah, 7:30 over on Patreon. Play action pass for Iowa. Pass complete out in the flat to the tight end. Not a lot of room, though. Only gains a couple of yards. 3rd and long now for Iowa. They've got a 5-point lead with 12.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Well, I'm getting hungry. I can't wait for that damn jambalaya. It's going to be so good. I love that shit. Cornbread, too, I think. Somebody explain to me how our names show up properly on Uncle Lou's channel while it's still that retard long version on other channels. I wish I knew. I don't know. It's nothing I don't know either. I hate it, too. Sometimes it shows your @ name. Sometimes it shows your regular name like that. I don't understand why it does it differently on different channels, or if that's a setting that people change or what. I've got no idea. Probably just another case of YouTube doing way too fucking much. flag down in the Alabama-Oklahoma game. I think it's on Bama. No. Oh, chop block on Oklahoma. Wow. Looks like Oklahoma's going to have to punt it away here on 4th and 9. Trinidad for Heisman. I don't think he's going to win the Heisman, but he's had a really good year. Oklahoma gets the punt off. Fielded by Bama at the 7. Returned out to the 10. The 15. Down at the 17 or 18 yard line. 1st and 10 Bama inside their own 20. They've got a 1-point lead. 21-20 with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Sayin is getting the Heisman. Oklahoma's about to fold, says Brian Brown. Yeah, if Alabama can put a drive together here and go down and extend the lead, that will put a lot of pressure on Oklahoma. Simpson under center now on 1st down. Handoff, left tackle. Gains about 3 yards. It's going to be 2nd down now for Bama, just across the 20. I hope FSU gets Butch Jones. Yeah, well, you're going to be disappointed then. That's not going to happen. 2.5 minutes to go in the third. 2nd and 6 for Bama with a 1-point lead. 21-20. They're on their own 22. 4 wide. Snap. Simpson's going to keep. Makes a man miss and picks up a 1st down. Good move by Ty Simpson to pick up that 1st down. Under 2 minutes to go now in the third. Bama on their own 30, 1st and 10. Simpson in a shotgun, 3 wide to the bottom. That tight end's up top. Somebody better keep an eye on him. Snap. Another handoff. Trying to get to the corner. Can't get there. Gains about a yard or 2. That's it. Jam Miller on to carry. 2nd and 8 coming up now for Bama. Ole Miss 45, Florida 14. Dang. That would be a blowout. Oklahoma's offense doesn't look that great. Hasn't looked that great all year. A lot like LSU. Pretty good defense, but their offense just hadn't been enough. Back to throw on 2nd and 9. Screen pass. No good. Oklahoma sniffed that out, and Simpson had to throw it away. 3rd and 9 coming up now for Bama, and we'll see if Oklahoma's defense can make a play here on 3rd and long. This is where you got to get off the field. I have Ole Miss minus 14. Oh, don't worry. I've got them minus 15. I bet it on Monday at minus 15. It's all the way down to minus 11 now. A lot of people, that's a lot of money on Florida to drive that thing down 4 points. Southern Cal going deep. Incomplete. 3rd down play for Bama. Back to throw. Simpson. Under pressure. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. Are they going to call that a fumble? They're going to call it a fumble on the field. I'm sure they're going to look at it. They hit Ty Simpson from behind as he was starting to throw the ball. I'm sure they're going to review that. See if his arm was going forward or what the deal is there. Here's the replay. Let's take another look. Pressure came from the outside. Yeah, that's a fumble. That is a fumble. It's going to be Oklahoma ball on the Alabama 28. That is definitely a fumble. Yep. Huge turnover there. Oklahoma's in business on the 28. 1st and 10. Mateer in a shotgun. He's going to keep it. Dives forward for a gain of a couple of yards to the 25. 2nd down coming up. They're in field goal range and down a point, but I don't think they're going to win this game if they keep kicking field goals. They're going to have to score some touchdowns, and you would think on a turnover, you got to take advantage here. 2nd and 7 from the 25. Back to throw. Mateer. That's got to be pass interference. There we go. Yeah, I mean, he practically tackled the guy while the ball was in the air. That's going to give Oklahoma an automatic 1st down around the 15. Yeah, that was pretty obvious there. You got to call that. Come on, Sooners, please stop the cousin fuckers from making the playoffs. The Sooners can't stop Alabama from making the playoffs. 10-2 Bama would still get in. Bama would have to lose this game and the Auburn game. I hear flip-flops. Just one.
Just one?
Yeah, you can just set it down in the bowl.
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, hold on. Virgo! Come on, Berg. Better jump on your blankie. Hey, jump on your blankie, dude. What are you doing? You got to jump on your blankie.
Good morning, everyone.
See how she tells you good morning there? Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Get a real pet, get a longhorn. I don't eat my pets. That's fucking weird. What did I miss while I was gone? Did Oklahoma score? No, okay. What do you think about the state trooper incident, the South Carolina game? Another example of a police officer doing way more than he should because he was picked on in high school. What, 3 games? Bama, Oklahoma, Virginia, Duke, Southern Cal, Iowa. Georgia versus Texas game, pumped about it. Gonna be a good one. Gonna be a good one. I'm fixing to eat my dinner and then hop myself up on coffee. And then I'm gonna yell and scream for 3.5 hours during that Georgia-Texas game. And act a complete fool. Coffee and Mountain Dew. I got Mountain Dew out there. Second and goal for Alabama, or for Oklahoma, on the 10-yard line. Mateer in a shotgun. Snap. Hands it off. Down to the 6. It's going to be third and goal from the 6. Fourteen and a half minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Bama 21, Oklahoma 20. Third and goal, Oklahoma at the 6. Mateer's in a shotgun. Motion, snap. Quarterback draw. Nowhere to go. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Oklahoma's got to settle for another fucking field goal. These field goals are going to be why Oklahoma loses this game. Too many scoring opportunities where they're settling for field goals is going to come back to bite them, I have a feeling.
You're just you're all over the place today, aren't you?
Over here.
Over there.
Look.
Go. There you go.
Go over there.
I don't want you in my face.
Hard to pull off an upset on the road, settling for field goals all game long. That's their 5th scoring drive. And remember, they only have one offensive touchdown. The second touchdown was a defensive touchdown, a pick 6. They got to start taking advantage with some touchdowns. They're not going to win it with field goals. Let me put the Georgia Tech game on. Because Virginia's beating the soul out of Duke. I mean, Duke just scored, but it ain't nearly enough. All right, Georgia Tech and Boston College. We'll put that on. Still got Alabama, Oklahoma on here. Southern Cal, Iowa over here. We'll watch some of this Georgia Tech game and see what the fuck going on with the nerds and that.
Did South Carolina end up losing?
Yeah.
What?
Yes, they were up 30-3 at halftime and lost 31-30. They got outscored 28-0 in the second half.
Wow.
Biggest blown lead in the second half in SEC history. Or since like 1990 something.
What is wrong with South Carolina?
They're in a bad way. John Tay, I think I missed that super chat earlier. It says we're in it, Lou. Talking about Oklahoma. They're in it, but man, if they end up losing this game, they're going to look back at some of these drives that ended with field goals, and they're not going to feel good about themselves. Southern Cal 26, Iowa 21. 6 minutes to go in the game. Iowa's got the ball. Alabama keeps it on the ground. Gain of about 5. That's about their 3rd best running play of the year right there. 2nd and 5. Simpson in a shotgun. I think that's Daniel Hill in there at running back. Wearing half a pair of pants and half shorts. I don't know the fuck these. What is he doing? He's got on one pants leg. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Well, what he's doing is getting tackled at the line of scrimmage for no gain. 3rd and 5. Is his left leg cold and his right leg is hot? What the fuck is he doing? Look, well, is he in there now? Yeah, he is. Look at it, spread up at the top of the screen there. He got on one pants leg. What the fuck? Idiot. Iowa with a big play down to the Southern Cal 30. Simpson in a shotgun on 3rd and 5. Snap, back to throw. Under pressure. He's going to be sacked. All the way back at the 20-yard line. Oklahoma sent a blitz and it got home. And Bama on 4th and long is going to have to punt it away with 12 minutes to go in the game. Oklahoma defense with a good series there.
Wow, Georgia Tech's losing to Boston College.
Boston College 28, Georgia Tech 26. 28 to 26. 2-point lead for Boston College. They've got the ball with 7.5 minutes to go. First down, they overthrew a wide open receiver. Incomplete. This is so good.
So good.
This is so good, y'all. Shrimp and sausage jambalaya. With cornbread. So good. 2nd and 10, Iowa. Down to the Southern Cal 30. It's going to be 3rd and about 7 for Iowa at the Southern Cal 30. They're down 5. Iowa is. Hey, Texas rocks. Who's Texas daddy? Georgia? How many times in a row have we beat y'all? I can't keep up anymore.
Got this from Cafe Battle Angel. She made this.
Yeah, she made it. Did Iowa catch that fucking ball? I mean, I know he caught it, but was he in bounds? No, they're going to say it was out of bounds. They're going to look at that again, I'm sure. That was a hell of a catch by this Iowa player down inside the 10-yard line, close to the sideline. Referees said he was out of bounds, though.
Oh, that's close.
Yeah, I think he is out. His toe right on that white line. I think that's a good call by the officials there. It was close, but I think that toe was out of bounds. Boy, it's pouring rain there. In L.A.? I thought it didn't rain there. Dang. The reason for the one-leg sleeve is what they call drip. Yeah, I know. I've seen White Men Can't Jump. I know why he's doing it. He'd rather look good and play bad than look bad and play good. I know. Georgia Tech just scored to take the lead. .54-yard touchdown run. Georgia Tech takes the lead. First and 10, Oklahoma goes nowhere. Less than nowhere, actually. Might have lost a yard. Duke's starting to come back 31-16 now. Ain't enough time left. Why is there a don't tell me what to do on the banner? Because I'm tired of people telling me what to do.
Seems pretty self-explanatory.
Do I like it when people tell me what to do?
No, he doesn't like.
I don't like that shit. Second down coming up for Oklahoma. They're up near midfield. They've got a 2-point lead with 10 minutes to go in the game. If they score here, Bama's in serious shit. If they score a touchdown on this drive, then Bama's in some serious shit. Mateer in the pocket all day. Nowhere to go with the ball, though. Now throws back across his body, nearly intercepted. Wow, what a terrible fucking throw. Never run one way and throw it the other. Don't ever throw across your body, dummy. Boy, he tried to throw an interception there. Look at that dumb shit. That was a retard level 1 million type throw there. 3rd and 6 now for Oklahoma. 23-21. They've got a 2-point lead with 9:50 to go. They're near midfield. 3rd and 6. They're on their own 45. Empty backfield. Back to throw. Caught. First down to the Bama 40. A quick little slant. Good throw that time. Keeps the drive alive. 1st and 10 Oklahoma at the Bama 40. Lou, don't let nobody tell you what to do. I'm not nobody telling me what to do. I don't want you to tell me to not let people tell me what to do. I'm already doing that. So don't tell me to do that when I'm already doing it. Boston College on 3rd and 19 just converted a first down. Tech is in a bad way. Second and 7, Mateer, quarterback draw, makes a couple of gumps miss, dives forward for a gain of about 5. It's going to be 3rd down coming up for the Wagon Wheels. Third and 3. 8 minutes to go in the game. Oklahoma up 2. Empty backfield. Oklahoma just has a false start. Wow. Uh-oh. Touchdown, Boston College.
Oh my
This
God.
Georgia Tech defense is a steaming fucking pile. I can't wait to beat the holy fuck out of them nerds in 2 weeks. They've been running their fucking mouth all year. They can't beat Georgia, man. They need to shut the fuck up, Georgia Tech people. spend $500,000 on a Georgia Tech education just to manage the Pep Boys for the rest of your fucking life. Congratulations, buddy. You're an auto engineer. That's amazing. Fuck Georgia Tech. Is the Patreon on tonight? Yeah, 7:30. I'm streaming all the primetime games at 7:30 on Patreon. There's the link to the Patreon page.
Uh-oh.
They just hit Mateer with an intentional grounding. Oklahoma's imploding on this series. They're going to have to punt it away. Horns down, yeah, fuck Texas, man. Bunch of fucking wannabes. Fuck Texas. Game-winning drive for Bama coming up. Could be. Could be. They only need a field goal. Of course, they ain't got no field goal kicker. Lou, are you ready for the Georgia game? Man, I can't wait. That's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. That's why I'm trying to remain calm during this 3:30 stream because I need to save my energy. Georgia needs me today. I'm a key cog in the wheel when it comes to Georgia football. I'm an important part of their success. And I need to be tip-top for that game tonight. They're counting on me, and I'm not going to let them down. I'm not going to let them down. I've been preparing for this game all season, so. I'm a vital part of what Georgia has going on. Georgia Tech with the ball down a point. 4 minutes to go. 34-33. Haynes King throws deep. Has a man just out of reach. He was open too. Would have been a big play. Yeah, got to get loud tonight for that Georgia-Texas game. Got to. I'm fixing to start fucking guzzling coffee.
You want some now?
Yeah, we need to get rolling.
Okay.
We got to get rolling in here. It's time to go.
Oh.
Undo the seatbelt. Fucking let the top down. 90-0. Haynes Queen pass incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 2 now for Georgia Tech. They're down a point with 3.5 minutes to go to the Jesuit school, Boston College. Haynes Queen, quarterback draw, picks up the first down across the 40 to the 41. 1st and 10, Georgia Tech. the long turd gonna get scooped up on the field and thrown in the trash. Bama 1st and 10 on their own 6-yard line. Simpson in a shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Daniel Hill. Bounces it outside for a couple of yards down to the 9. Or out to the 9. Vince Young. Yeah, Vince Young is the dumbest college quarterback in the history of football. Dude got a 6 on the Wonderlic score. How the fuck? 6 out of 50. The lowest Wonderlic score in NFL Combine history. I mean, can the guy even read? Vince, holy shit. Empty backfield now for Ty Simpson on 2nd and 7. 6.5 minutes to go in the game. Bama down 2. Snap, back to throw. Good protection. Wants to run. Out of bounds after a gain of about a yard. 3rd down. Big 3rd down coming up for Bama here. Big 3rd down. Go Navy. Woodson is going to be a senior next year. Yeah, it was a good win for Navy today. Beating South Florida. It was a good win. Jonte says, we got Alabama almost never beat OU. Facts. Yeah. 3rd and 5 for Bama on their own 11-yard line. This is a big play here. This is the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd and 5. Under 6 minutes to go. They're on their own 11, down 2. Snap, back to throw. Gets rid of it. Caught. 1st down at the 20. Jeremy Bernard again. Bama's still alive. If Bama loses, I might consider them as the team they can't beat, like Georgia can't beat Bama. The only Longhorn I mess with is the Steakhouse. Matt Stafford didn't go to Georgia. Dang, you get dumber every day, don't you? How's that possible, man? How's that possible? I don't know, but you figure out a way, don't you? Can you fog a mirror, man? Seriously. Bama on the ground picks up about 8 yards that time. Jam Miller with the carry. Iowa loses to Southern Cal. Game over. Southern Cal beats Iowa. I can't remember who it was, but they had a learning disability. Not sure how they got into college. Talking about Vince Young. Bama picks up another 1st down. 4.5 minutes to go now. They're down 2. Hit the under on the USC. Did the under hit in that Southern Cal? I had the under too. Did it really hit? What was the score? What was the final score of that game? Was it 24-21 or something? (21-26). What was the over/under? Because I had the under. Did it really hit? I thought we were going to miss. 1st and 10. Jam Miller gains a yard. Shit, we did hit. All right. Yeah, we hit the under on the Iowa Southern Cal game. Yeah, that was the comment section bet. Remember? We did the poll at the beginning of the stream. Y'all had the under. So it's a pay-lose situation there. So we're up $700. Ty Simpson pass complete. Going to be tackled a couple of yards short of the 1st down. It's going to be 3rd and about 2. Oklahoma lucky they didn't get hit with a unsportsmanlike on that play. That seemed a little late how they threw that guy down. Oklahoma might have caught a break there. That probably should have been unnecessary roughness on Oklahoma. So much for the referees being in Alabama's pocket or whatever dumb shit y'all believe. Georgia Tech isn't very good. Yeah, Yeah. I think you might be right, man. Yeah, I think you might be right, man. Never done the Patreon thing. You're missing out, man. We have a good time over there. Georgia might put up 100 on tech. If anybody's new to the Patreon thing, let me just show you how it works, because sometimes people get confused. You go to the Patreon page once you're signed up, and you'll see posts, like where I make posts over there. At about 7:15, you see how this says week 11 Patreon stream link? At 7:15, you'll see one that says week 12 Patreon stream link. When you click this button right here, then click YouTube right here. Watch on YouTube. And then it'll take you to the Patreon stream. Our DBs are terrible. But you got to be signed up on Patreon or you won't see the post over there. There's the link to the Patreon page. I can't believe we hit the under in that Southern Cal Iowa game. I had given up on that. I thought we were gonna there was 30 points at halftime. I said, well, we're not hitting that. It was 21-10 or something. I was like, well, we're not hitting that under. And I forgot about it. We weren't even paying attention. We ended up hitting it. What bets do we have left? I should let y'all make another bet now since y'all got that one right. Utah at Baylor. Utah favored by 9.5. Purdue at Washington. Washington favored by 14.5. Utah State at UNLV. I should bet on UNLV. I haven't bet on UNLV in a while. Should I bet on UNLV? I should bet on UNLV, shouldn't I? I'd take Baylor in the points. I don't know. Utah's been looking good. All right, 3 minutes to go. Bama with the ball. Didn't get it. Might have gained a yard. It's going to be 4th down. Bama's going to have to go for it. That soft Bama team couldn't pick it up on 3rd and 2. Uh-oh. It's time to get freaky now. Coffee time. This is the first of about 4. I'm going to drink 3 of these cups of coffee before the Georgia game ever even starts. I'm going to be bouncing off the walls in this motherfucker. There's nothing like that first sip of coffee. Let's go. Come on, Lou. All right, 4th and 1. Bama. Reverse. They're going to get it. Needed a yard, gained 2. They ran a reverse and picked it up on 4th and 1. Dang. Bama just won't give up, will they? Bama just won't give up. They just won't give up. Look at them. They just keep trying to the very end. What if it comes down to a field goal, though? Bama's more fucked than a... I mean, what if it comes down to a game-winning field goal? I know the Bama man is not going to be trusting that. Dang. Does OU start using timeouts? They won't use timeouts for sure. And maybe if Bama gets into field goal range, they'll start doing that. But they're not going to do it now. Georgia Tech trying to hit a walk-off field goal. Fuck it, I'm running a pot of coffee. Let's go, Michael Thomas. Let's do it. Let's get fucking wild, dude. A minute 14 to go in the Georgia Tech Boston College game. The Nerds are down by 1. 34-33, Boston College with the lead. Who are we pulling for, asking for a friend? In which game? I don't have any bets on any of these games anymore, do I? The Miami game. The only game that's on right now that I have a bet on is the Duke game. And we're going to lose that one. We had Duke minus 4.5. We'll lose 100. Miami minus 16. We'll win 100. So we'll break even on those two. Nobody ever played sports said, let's make some coffee. Nobody that ever played sports drinks coffee? I don't think you're right about that. At all. .29 seconds left in the Georgia Tech game now. 3rd and 2. The Nerds have the ball. Zach Branch looks dialed in. I wonder, I hope Noah Thomas has another good game. You know, I was worried when Colby Young went down because he had such a good start to the season and Noah Thomas had been on a milk carton. But he had a good game last week. And we need him to sort of give us what we were getting from Colby Young. So I hope he has another good game too. All right, Haynes Queen with a quarterback draw on 3rd and 2, and I don't think he got it. He's going to be a little bit short. It's going to be 4th down. Georgia Tech's got 2 timeouts left. They're probably going to kick the field goal here to win it. 1st and 10 for Alabama on their own 44. Ty Simpson in a shotgun, 2 minutes to go. Back to throw, under pressure. Gets it away. Nearly intercepted, falls incomplete. He was getting dragged to the ground and kind of threw it up in the air. He's lucky it didn't get picked off. That could have ended the game right there. Dangerous throw from Ty Simpson that time. Real dangerous. Oh, it is going to be a sack. He was down. That's going to be... They didn't review it. Wow. Bama caught a huge break. But then they throw incomplete on set. No, they did rule him down. Never mind. They did rule him down. Incomplete on 2nd and 21. It's going to be 3rd and 21 now for Bama. Obviously, this is 2-down territory, but they need to try to pick up about half of this on 3rd down. 3rd and... Uh-oh, Bama man and the fans with the surrender cobra. Oh, no. Oh, another Bama fan with one of these. That ain't going to help. I'm going to tell you that right now. That's a waste of time. 3rd and 21. They need to get at least half of this here to give themselves a shot on 4th down. Bama moving pieces around. And they're going to take a timeout, I think. Tried to move too many people around and ran out of time. Had to use a timeout. Georgia Tech field goal is good. The Nerds take a 2-point lead with 11 seconds to go against the Jesuit school, Boston College. 1 win, Boston College. 1-9. Georgia Tech got lucky. Bye-bye, Boston College. Someone said Beamer gave a speech, not recorded. He said we got 2 games left and we'll figure out in Columbia. Someone said he got let go, Lou. I don't know. I haven't heard that, but I haven't been looking either. I just been watching the games, but I haven't heard that he got fired. I mean, I would be shocked if they fired Shane Beamer today or tomorrow or because they lost to Texas A&M. I'd be shocked if they fire Shane Beamer. All right, 3rd and 21, empty backfield. Simpson back to throw. Over the middle, caught. Big gain, too. All the way up to the 48-yard line. It's going to be 4th and about 7. So they gave themselves a chance here on this 4th down play. 1:20 and the clock is ticking. Bama's only got 1 timeout left, so they need to save it in case they have to kick a field goal. Empty backfield for Ty Simpson. 4th and 6. This is the game. If they don't convert, it's game over. Changing the play and moving people around, and the clock is running under a minute now. 4th and 6. Snap. Back to throw. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. Down goes Bama. Can't beat the little house on the prairie. It's fucking sad but true. It's sad but true. Dang. Dang, man. Come on, Bama. What are you doing, man? Yeah, Bama dog shit, man. Bama fans be hiding for 2 weeks again now. You won't see the Bama fans for a while. You won't see the Bama fans for a while. Bama fans don't handle losses well at all. Most of the Bama fans are going to disappear like a fart in a windstorm. You won't see them for another week or 2. They don't handle losses well at all. I hate that for the Bama man. I really do. This is a sad situation for them. I really hate it. I really do. I really hate it. Georgia versus Texas A&M SEC championship. I don't know what the tiebreakers are. So right now, Bama's got 1 SEC loss. Georgia's got 1 SEC loss. Ole Miss has 1 SEC loss. And A&M has 0 SEC losses. And Texas has 1 SEC loss. So I don't know what the tiebreakers are or how all that would break down. Oklahoma will take a knee and it's going to be game over. That's it. Down goes Bama. 23-21, Oklahoma beats Bama on the road in Tuscaloosa. Big win for Oklahoma. Keeps their playoff hopes alive too. All right, y'all. I'm going to shut it down. I'll be back on at 7:15 over on Patreon. All right? 7:15 on Patreon. There's the link to the Patreon page. We'll hang out. We'll watch all the primetime games.